Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Shoulder Boy. That's my co-host, Charles Jackson. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, man. Life is lifing. We got good playoff basketball. There was two things I wanted to ask you, but I'll ask you the first thing. I saw it on, I think it was Reggie Miller. I think it was on the Dan Patrick show. They asked him, whose career would you rather have, Draymond Green's or Carmelo Anthony's?
I'd rather have Draymond.
Ooh,
Draymond had a good career. Four chips, DPOI, all defensive team, all NBA team. Um, I think he made over 100, 200 mil. So
he was all
yeah, I
NBA, I think, a couple of times too.
man. So I'll take Draymond's career.
I'm surprised. I thought you would pick Melos. I don't want to say you look like you the type of guy that like wants to be the guy, but like Melo had like a great career, but he didn't like, I guess, accolades wise, really didn't win anything outside of the gold medals. But he still had like a great career. He was still a somewhat of a winning player, but was one of the best scorers in NBA history. So I kind of thought you was gonna pick him instead of Draymond's. We know what Draymond is like. He's a if you want to, not you, but if somebody want to say, oh, Draymond Green's just a role player, that's fine. But Draymond Green, really wasn't like this scorer. He averaged what I think less than 10 points in his career and about what 7, 8 rebounds, about 6, 7 assists. That don't seem like, I guess, sexy, but like you said, he did win 4 chips and was a DPOI. But like Melo, being the guy, one of the best scorers. I mean, I feel like I can't beat that, man. I'd rather take Melo career low key. I mean, Melo was a good player, bro. Like he didn't win nothing, but thought it was decent. I'll take that instead of being like, because I know you've been seeing like the Draymond and Austin Rivers beef, but I mean we could talk about that another time. But let's get it started, bro. We're gonna wait to the playoffs. Shout out to whoever on Facebook that liked the chat, that liked the stream. But we're gonna talk about some of these teams that went home last week, the last time we was on. Let's start with the drama first. Let's start with, I mean, it ties to everything. The Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics, we know, blew a 3-1 lead against the 76ers. But now the star player, Jaylen Brown, has been on stream talking a lot of stuff. So it's going to be a two-part question, but let me read off the stuff he said. Jaylen Brown calls out Joel Embiid for flopping. He said, flopping has ruined our league. Joel Embiid is one of the greatest players that has played basketball, but he flops. He knows it too. Then Jaylen Brown called out the refs in Game 7. He said they clearly had the agenda they had on the fucking red board. If Jaylen does this move, call an offensive foul on him every time. I don't know if it's because I pissed the refs off. And then he basically also said this was his favorite year ever. So I do want to ask what's next for the Boston Celtics, and do you like his comments that he made on stream?
As far as his comments, I mean, I don't think that the refs are necessarily picking on him because I think this is the year where he's attempted most of his free throws or majority. He's attempted a lot more free throws this year. So I don't think they were sitting there picking on him. It's one of the things where he's just, he's bigger than he's bigger than most of the guys that he's guarding, stronger than guys that he's guarding. So when he pushes off, it looks egregious versus when they push off and they're smaller than him, so it doesn't look that bad. Um, so I don't think the refs were necessarily picking on him. And then that wasn't even the reason why you guys lost that series. So the reason why you guys lost the series because you couldn't hit no shots. And then guys folded under pressure once that boy Embiid got back. And then what was your second question? Part of your question?
Basically, just what's next. And I mean, you can also answer the other part of the question is how Joel Embiid be flopping. And, he said that this was his favorite year ever. A lot of people don't really like that comment that he said.
I mean, it was his best. It was his best year statistically, so I can understand why it's his best year, his favorite year ever. He got a chance to do what he always wanted to do: lead a team, um, and be the focal point of the offense. So I can understand why it's his favorite year. But as far as Joel Embiid, I feel like all the best players flop because they know that one, every single play they getting fouled. Whether we see it or not, they getting fouled. So it's like it's one of the things where they flop. So the refs can actually call fouls that they would normally call. So I'm not really mad at that. But I think the Boston Celtics they need to go get another center because they got Vucevic and they barely played them in the postseason. I don't know if that's because he was too slow for them, he didn't fit their system, or if it was still part of injury. But for whatever the reason is, they didn't play him. So I think they need to go get another big still. Um, they need to get healthy for sure because Jason Tatum got hurt again. And this is why I was saying, like, I don't think he should have been revving it up as much as he was and as quickly as he was because now his other knee is hurt. So they need to get him healthy. And honestly, they need to go. They bench ain't all that, but they need to go get some more bench guys. So I say bench, health, and in the center.
I think the thing with Jaylen Brown and his comments about like this is his favorite year ever is it's just I think some people are saying, well, one, you blew a 3-1 lead. So how can it be your favorite year when you literally blew a 3-1 lead? And then it's like it's a coincidence how your other star player wasn't here. So it's kind of like, hey, I was the guy. You know, you've been saying that for a long time. How you think he should be not the guy, but just want his own team. He finally gets his own team, and it's like your other co-stars in here. So it's like, oh, now this is my favorite year. I think that's a lot of people why they're upset because it's just a coincidence. Why would you say that when you know, like, it's kind of like I ain't gonna say no names, but this has been my favorite year because my other co-hosts ain't here. It's kind of the same thing. My old co-hosts ain't here. It's kind of the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, like the comments on the stream, I think he a sore loser. He pissed that they lost. Because he did this literally the next day. The next day. Not even 24 hours. He didn't even do this 24 hours, bro. He was pissed. He wanted to get his shit off. So he went at the refs. Do I think the refs have an agenda against him? No, I don't think they have an agenda against you. And the thing is, you be pushing off. So talk about somebody flopping, but when you push off, we see Jaylen Brown push off, but no one cares about. Like nobody be tripping about it. So I'm confused. So how can you talk about Joel Embiid, but you do a push off? Like what are we talking about? Like I don't get that. I think the man is just a sore loser. I truly think he's just a sore loser. And I ain't gonna lie though. I mean, you can answer this too. It's been a lot of rumors now, like they should trade for Giannis, and they probably think you just trade Jaylen Brown for Giannis straight up. Would you do it?
No, I think they should keep these boys together. I don't think that you should split them up. Even this was supposed to be a down year, and look what happened. I don't think if you replace Giannis with Jaylen Brown, this team would do the same thing. So, um, yeah, I say keep them.
I mean, I was gonna actually give you props. That was the first thing I was gonna say in the intro. I felt like you actually might be right. I think that dude wants his own team. You've been saying he needs his own team, and I swear you said this like 3 weeks ago. That boy want his own team. Now 3 weeks later, now you think they should stay together?
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought that they should stay together. I just thought that he wanted his own team. That's all that is. But I still think they should stay together. That's the best chance of them winning. They one of the deepest. Well, with them two on the team, they can easily come out the East even any given year. Um, depending on what team he goes to and what they put around him, this is low key his best situation to win.
Francisco, my guy, what's up, brother? What's up? Just saw Bismack Biyombo and Joe Ingles tits battle for the quarter yesterday. That was peak. That's crazy. Jaylen Brown somehow is right, but he is not the appropriate dude to say it. Black Roden, my God, what's up, brother? JB did show out in Game 7. Derek White finally showed up. The Vooch trade was a bad move. Tatum definitely played in 40 minutes, come back from Achilles injury. After JB MVP caliber season, I would not trade him away. I just feel like, look, if you feel like Giannis Antetokounmpo is just somewhat missing piece, I say go for it. Make that move. If you think Jaylen Brown is secretly like making like these comments because it's just a coincidence, and then he got fined $50K for talking about the West Sox. I mean, at first when he was talking, I was like, I really wasn't tripping about his comments. But then after a while, I'm like, brother, why are you saying all this extra stuff? You guys took to the L. Y'all probably should have won, but there's neither here or there. But I feel like you're just a sore loser. Like, move on, get back in the lab, and get better. You had an MVP caliber season, and you guys, it's kind of hard to say. I've been going back and forth and saying, did they really fail or they didn't? I'm kind of in between because at the same time, you did have a successful season, kind of. But at the same time, you guys did fail because you was up 3-1, and you blew it. So I'm in between on that. And then if I'm Jaylen Brown, I'm kind of upset. Jaylen Brown just came off an MVP caliber season, could potentially be a first-team All-NBA, was an All-Star, and now he popping back up in trade rumors again? If I'm him, I'm pissed. Because it's like, what do I have to do for me to just not be in trade rumors anymore? I will be upset. Hold on. I hope Portland goes all out for Giannis this offseason. Shit, we was talking about we kind of said that talked about it a little bit last week. Charles said he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't trade for Giannis. I mean, if he was Portland, he wouldn't trade for Giannis. If he was Portland. Hold on. Oh yeah. Vucevic is a free agent. Do you resign him back?
Mm-hmm.
No, you let him go. You let him go.
Yeah, I let him go. Because Cater showed promise. So if y'all don't go get no big, you still got Cater. You just gotta go get a backup big if that's the case.
Well, the backup, they still got Luka Garza on the team for next year. Still got him. I mean, as long as do you think about trade Derek White for something to upgrade?
I don't really think you can get an upgrade over him, to be honest. Because they still gonna need perimeter defense. So no, I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade Derek White. I wouldn't trade him. And then his value was low. He had a bad season. Well, I wouldn't say low as like it ain't non-existent, but it's not as high as it could be, especially after this bad shooting year. So
yeah, I'm with you. I think it depends on what you could get for Derek White. If he has some decent value, you might trade him because I mean, like you said, he had like we thought, at least me, I put in my hot takes like he could potentially be close to an all-star. He was nowhere near that this year. And then in the first round, he was low-key bad up until Game 7. He was shooting terribly up until Game 7. And maybe he can fetch you, say, a good big. I don't know who that big is. I will have to go look and see who might be available, but maybe he can fetch you a good big. Or you might trade a Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard's on a very low contract, so you could potentially trade him. But I mean, the Celtics, they got to do something because next year, I've been seeing people say like Joe Mazzulla is kind of on the hot seat after blowing the 3-1 lead, and especially how you lost because you live and die by the 3. Everybody's kind of on your case now because Jason Tatum was damn near playing almost close to 40 minutes out the gate off a torn Achilles. So everybody's kind of on your case about all that stuff. Do I think Joe Mazzulla is on the hot seat? Not really. He's going to probably win Coach of the Year. So I don't think he's on the hot seat. whatsoever. I was about to say something.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think he's on the hot seat.
All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about your Denver Nuggets, your championship pick. Obviously, they was down 3-1, lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves to basically nobody. And now there are questions. There are questions about these are the things like the offseason updates, and then you can talk. David Adelman's job is safe as the head coach. Nikola Jokic is expected to sign a contract extension this summer. There will be real roster changes in Denver. Front office will listen to trade calls on everybody besides Nikola Jokic. This is per Shams. So I do want to ask you. You can talk about the series. I know that was your pick, but what is your thoughts on obviously the Denver Nuggets offseason, going into the offseason, and what you thought about that series of them basically selling?
I'm very disappointed. I thought that the Denver Nuggets had enough to make it to the finals and win a chip. And it's looking like that Michael Porter Jr. and Cam trade was a bad trade because Cam was nothing like MPJ. He didn't bring anything that MPJ brought as far as shot making, rebounding. And even though people like to talk about MPJ's defense, Cam Johnson ain't do that good on defense anyways this year. Christian Braun didn't really play that well this year. Aaron Gordon was in and out the lineup. Bruce Brown didn't bring that same type of shot making defense and energy that he did when they won the chip. So it was all off this year. And then Peyton Watson, one of their best perimeter defenders, was hurt. So with all that being said, there's still no excuse why we should have lost to Io and Terrence Shannon Jr. There's no way in hell, bro. I thought that even with those guys playing that bad, that the Nuggets was gonna find a way to force a game 7 and win that game 7. But as far as the offseason, I don't think they should listen to anything as far as for Jamal. Jamal and Jokic should be safe regardless. Well, they already said Jokic is safe, but Jamal should be safe too. I know he stunk it up in game 7, but I still think he should be safe. I think that they need to re-sign Peyton Watson because they definitely need more help on that perimeter as far as defense. They got to go get some more 3-and-D guys. And they need to go get a backup big because I don't know what they're going to do with Valanciunas. I know Valanciunas has another year on his contract. I don't know if he plays that out, if he requests a buyout because he didn't even want to be there to begin with. So go get a backup big, go get some more forwards just in case, Aaron Gordon gets hurt again or Peyton Watson or any one of those guys who Christian Braun gets hurt again. You need some more 3-and-D guys. And then, like I said, re-sign Peyton Watson. So.
Read these. Black Rodan. Christian Braun paid too much too soon. They will probably shop Aaron Gordon, and I don't know if the MPJ for Cam Johnson trade was worth it. Plus fire Malone. CJ preached that trade was horrible. MPJ needed to be the focal point, but Jokic and Murray got more ball usage over him. I'm not gonna lie. They definitely sold. We could definitely say that was a failure of a season. Losing to basically the third stringers backcourt. You lost to. Did Io play? No, I don't even know if he played in Game 6 though. Because wasn't he hurt that game?
I don't think he played. I think he tried and then he ended up leaving or something like that. That was this last game. I don't think he played at all.
So you lost to Bones Highland,
Terrence Shannon,
Mike Conley, and Terrence Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's bad, bro. That's bad. That's a failure. I don't know what is, bro. Like that's just disappointing. You guys have arguably the best player in the world. I don't know if I can say that anymore. I tweeted that too. Next year when we do like our who's our obviously he's gonna probably be a top 5, but I don't know if I can put Nikola Jokic at number 1. I don't know because he got exposed on the defensive end. He got exposed. Rudy Gobert was clamping him up. And Jaden McDaniels was telling the truth. Nobody could guard. Now, credit, Aaron Gordon was hurt. But At the same time, we still thought they should have won that game. We still thought they should have won, even if Aaron Gordon was hurt. Bro, they really didn't have anybody, bro. Your best players are basically Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels, and Rudy Gobert. Those are your best players. And as long as you got Jokic, Murray, Jokic, Murray, Christian, oh my God, Chris Brown says, and Cam Johnson, we thought it was still good. Wasn't enough. They lost. I'm not gonna lie though. I think you should listen on Aaron Gordon. Bro. This is the second year in a row he's hurt his hamstring, and when we needed you ain't there. This is the second year in a row.
I don't know. He's a big part of their success though. That's like when Jeremy Grant was there and they lost Jeremy Grant. They missed Jeremy Grant when they lost him. So I don't know if you should really trade Aaron Gordon now, because where you gonna find that replacement? Because he's a Swiss Army knife. He defends, he plays D, he rebounds, he can pass. Who else you gonna find like that?
That's true. I agree with you 100%. But all that don't matter if you ain't there.
Unless you go get like Draymond or something.
No, that ain't gonna happen. I just like, bro. Well, you get hurt in what was that, game 3? It's like, damn, dude. Then you hurt your hamstring last year in game 6. You tried to play. I give you credit. You tried, but we saw that you was hurt, bro. But it's just, I mean, you can do all this stuff in the regular season. You can be like this two-way player. You can stretch the floor, one of your best defenders. But if you ain't there in the postseason, it really don't matter. I do think you have to listen. Jamal Murray, ain't gonna lie, he was a defensive liability too, man. He was, and then he was getting clamped. Like, he was low-key, he wasn't getting clamped, but he did struggle when, say, a Jaden McDaniels was on him. Like, we know what Jamal Murray is like the playoffs. When he rises, he does rise. But at the end of the day, can he really, like, he's shown like he could be a number 2. I mean, they won a championship, but recently, you ain't shown it. Ever since y'all won a championship, it's been what we going on year 3 now? You ain't done nothing. So I probably wouldn't trade Jamal, but Aaron Gordon is definitely a possibility. Cam Johnson is definitely a possibility. Christian Brown would be a possibility, but he stuck it up so bad. Who want that contract? Nobody wants that contract. Like, if you ain't stink it up, I think he could have got traded because his new contract, it starts next year. And Christian Brown is getting paid. He's getting paid $5,125. So next year he's getting 21, 23, 25, 26, and 28. So I don't know what team would trade for him. I think they do want to potentially trade him. And Peyton Watson, I would love him to go back to Denver, but where are you getting the money from? You got to trade somebody if you want to re-sign him.
He should be a top priority.
So who are you trading out of the 3, I guess? Aaron Gordon, Cam, and Christian Brown.
Christian Brown.
I would if I could, man. You might have to attach some picks to him. He played so bad this postseason. Did you see his comments?
He's the leader,
brother. Well, I don't know. He might be the vocal leader. He actually might be. He might be. I think that first part when he said, I'm the leader of the team. I said, now if you would have said vocal leader at first, I said maybe, because I don't know. Maybe I thought it would at least be, say, a Jamal Murray, maybe an Aaron Gordon. I just wasn't picturing Christian Brown as this leader.
And if Christian Brown's the leader of your team, no slack against him. But that shouldn't be the leader of your team. He shouldn't be the one getting everybody riled up and everybody ready to go.
Okay, since I'm gonna say this, then we're just gonna move on to the Houston Rockets. Oh, damn, where'd it go? Hold on, let me find it real quick. Okay, yeah, these are trade packages for Kevin Durant, but we gonna get to them literally right after this. Would you do this trade? The Rockets receive Cam Johnson, Christian Brown, and a 2031 first-round pick swap for just Kevin Durant.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'll do that. Hell yeah. I don't even know how the hell that trade is whatchamacallit.
Well, Cam Johnson getting paid pretty decent, and Christian Brown about to get 20 plus. So you add the 20. It actually might work though. I think that it actually makes sense because I think Cam Johnson might get paid close to 20 something million, close to it. So it makes sense. So you got Nikola Jokic, Kevin Durant, somewhat of a healthy Aaron Gordon, and Jamal Murray.
Yeah, that's championship. And then they can't do what they did to KD this year. I mean, they defense still might be a little. I mean, unless you sign back Peyton Watson, then.
I don't know how you do that if you sign Kevin Durant. I don't know how that works.
But they gotta find a way to keep him. They should not let him go. But yeah, they can't double KD like they was doing with the Rockets because now you got Jokic and Jamal. So, and then you still got Aaron Gordon who can knock down some a wide open 30. So ain't no doubling KD no more.
Oh man, Denver Nuggets, man, we got to do better, bro. That was bad. Okay, so yeah, it says the Denver Nuggets will discuss the possibility of trading Aaron Gordon per and Brett Siegel. The only way that they would consider trading him is if they were to retain key draft capital lost in previous trades, as well as another impactful starter. That is kind of what you said. What other starter could you get that's basically as good as Aaron Gordon? Maybe not do the same thing as him, but what other starter player would you get that can keep them at least at a championship level? I think that's what we gotta figure out. It's gonna be a crazy summer. I don't know. It's gonna be a crazy summer. Let's move on to the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets. They lost 4-2 to the LA Lakers. Obviously, LeBron James was great in that series. The young players, they showed up somewhat, but they did lose. Kevin Durant did play. He only played one game. And then obviously with the Kevin Durant rumor, should you trade him? Should he stay? Then all the burner account rumors. So I want to ask you, what's next for the Houston Rockets this offseason?
If I'm the Rockets, I'm keeping KD. I'm keeping KD, but I would trade Tyree Eason. Because we need some more shooting around him. And we got guys like a Kobe, Dorian Finney-Smith. So they got Jaylen Tate. So they got plenty of other forwards that can come in and do what Tyree Eason did. But I would trade Tyree Eason, try to get some shooters back. They need to go get another backup big. And they just need Fred back. That's what they honestly they need Fred back as well. So I say Fred, some trade Tyree Eason, get some more shooting, and get a backup big.
You have to do a sign and trade for Tari Eason because he's restricted. Actually, is he restricted? He might be. He might be a restricted free agent because they didn't. I know they didn't agree to a contract extension with him, but I think he could be a restricted free agent this year. So you could do a sign and trade to potentially get something back for him. Let me read this about. Hey, about the Nuggets loss. Since Jokic came back, they didn't look that good. They lost a bunch, and more importantly, like 80% of the games they won in the last 2 minutes of games. Facts, that's true though. That alone is a representative. Yes, this team has a lot of experience and is a better team in the clutch, but also means they had a lot of luck. Not every time the ball is going to go in, period. And then he said, and now about the Wolves, they are their kryptonite, man. Rudy, Io, etc. had an excellent series, and them exposed different problems. Jokic's defensive problems are too much. Christian Brown is ass. I mean, yes, when Jokic came back off the injury, he definitely didn't look like himself because he was definitely struggling for a minute. But then, obviously, I think what masked all that, they won 12 games in a row to end the year. And then when they got to the playoffs, Jokic he's a defensive liability. Like, that's just facts, but he's still so great that doesn't matter. But him getting exposed on defense definitely showed a lot of people like, is he really that guy? We can't really put him, say, top 10 greatest players, yada, yada, yada. But him just being defensive liability, like, just hurt him a lot. But I don't think, like, so far, his legacy has still been written. So nothing has changed on that. But he's still great. But his defense was just so bad. Like, you just couldn't help it. You can't not see, like, how bad defensively he was. So now I agree with everything you said, Francisco. Now about the Rockets. Not gonna lie. Okay, can I ask you a question? Do you run it back with these young guys again, or do you go after, say, another star? You run this back again?
Nah, I say we run it back again.
Okay. Because Alperen Sengun's defense is bad. He's still good offensively. Amen Thompson's I feel like I don't know when he'll take the next step offensively. I don't know when, but he's still a great defender. Reed Shepherd had promise this year, but it really didn't show a lot in the playoffs. Tari Eason, I feel like Tari Eason just kind of had a down year. It is what it is, especially in a contract year. That's not good to look for you. If you are the Rockets, while you have a Kevin Durant, while you have Fred still playing probably decent, you have to at least look at potentially finding another star player to pair with Kevin Durant, because obviously if everything in that burner account is true, he was right. Alperen Sengun can't count on him. Jabari Smith can't count on him. Oh, that's true. Because I'm looking at this, it said the Rockets will discuss the potential additions of the following players among others. They named 4 guys: Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid. If I'm them, I try to get Giannis.
Yeah, I'm not going for no damn Joel Embiid.
Man, he just had a hip. He just hurt his hip and his ankle, bro. He'll be back next game. He'll be back. He'll be back. What about a Donovan Mitchell? If they do lose in this second.
I think it'll be an upgrade, but I don't think it'll help as much. I think there'll still be like a second round team, depending on who else is on that roster. I still feel like there'll be like a second round exit, even if they do get Donovan.
I definitely think you go after Giannis. I know last week. Now it was that one trade. It was on the pick side. You probably have to put Sengun in there. Maybe Jabari is in there, and then some picks. I think that works. I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know how the money works. If you are somewhat able to do that, and maybe add Reed Shepherd in there, I would do it. I think Kevin Durant might be at the point where he can't be like your number one player. It's kind of like how I asked you last week or the week before, like, the Brandon Ingram and the Scotty, how I said, I think Scotty's the best player, but I feel like Brandon Ingram could be your number one scorer and your go-to guy. I think that's how Kevin Durant is now. Like, if they get Giannis is your best player, but when you need to go get a bucket and your number one scorer, you give it to Kevin Durant. I think that's where Kevin Durant is now in his career. He can't be your best player on a championship team. So if they add a Giannis, I think that, and like you said, whatever left is on that roster, I would, if I had to say, obviously, we like almost a year from now, that could potentially be like at least a Western Conference final team on paper, depending on how the roster is. If you add Giannis and KD and you got Fred and the men, I would guess is still there, that's a Western Conference team. Easily. I think it's easily a Western Conference team. But the Rockets, this was low-key a disappointing year. Yeah, I mean, because we thought with Kevin Durant they would be kind of better. They were actually the same as last year, and all they had was young players. This was Jaylen Brown and Dillon Brooks. Y'all was the same. I think they won. I think it was like 54 games this year.
Weren't they the
They
number
won.
2 seed last year?
They were number 2 seed last year, and they won 52 games this year, and they were the 5th seed. And last year they same record but the 2 seed. It's the same record but the 2 seed. So basically, record wise, y'all was the same. Like y'all, we probably going into the year, or at least when the trade happened, man, we thought this team could at least get maybe 50, maybe 57 wins. 57, but obviously Fred got hurt. That changed a lot. Then Steven Adams got hurt middle of the season. That changed a lot. But it's like you guys were still the same record wise. So I mean, technically it was a failure season. Would you get rid of Ime Udoka?
No. No. I think Ime stays. Yeah, I think Ime stays.
Does he get? Is he on the hot seat though? Obviously, we're a year from now, but is he on the hot seat?
If they end up how they end up this year, yeah, because we saw he made no adjustments in the playoff. So he got to get some better. He got to get some better assistance on that bench to help him with mid game adjustments because he like Doc Rivers. He ain't make none.
Okay, who's closer on the hot seat, Joe Mazzulla or Ime?
Ime.
Damn, man. Damn, Ime. Francisco Black Road, if y'all still in here, what's y'all thoughts on the Rockets? What's y'all thoughts on what moves? Actually, let me put the thing. The link is in the description if anybody wants to show up. All right, we're moving on from the Houston Rockets. We got about 3 more teams. Actually, we got 4. No, we got 3. Next team, we got the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks lost to the Knicks 4-2. It was looking promising. They was up 2-1 in the series, but then got blown out the rest of the games, and they got lost, and they lost by 60. But they got some things to do. I don't even know what we talked about when they got beat by 60. I ain't gonna lie. But what's your thoughts on the Atlanta Hawks and like what's next for them this offseason?
Well, first and foremost, that was an embarrassment, that last game. It looked like they just gave up out there. They didn't play with no intensity like they did the first 4 games. It gives like they was just chucking up shots like this was just some regular old park or rec game or something. But I think that they should repeat it. They should repeat with this team, sign CJ back. And they need to go get some more size because there was times out there that I think they got out rebounded damn near every game or this entire series. So they need size, obviously, because Mitchell Robinson and Cat was doing whatever they wanted on the glass. And I know Okongwu was good, but he's only like 6'9", so it's only so much he can do with 2 7-footers, him and Jalen Johnson. So yeah, I just think they need to go get size, sign CJ back, and then repeat.
If you're the what about Kuminga? Do you resign him?
Yeah, I'll resign Kuminga.
I'm not gonna lie though. I feel like low key, depending on the draft lottery Sunday, so we'll talk about that next week. But depending on where you get, could change what the Hawks are thinking. Like, let's just say they get number 1. Let's just say they get number 1. You most likely probably drafting. You're the expert guy. You're the draft expert guy. I'm guessing you draft Derek Peterson, right? If you get number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Do you resign CJ? Do you resign him even if you?
Yeah, I still resign CJ because CJ can be that good. I think they go point guard regardless.
Okay.
Whatever pick they get, if it's a high pick, because you can go get Acuff, you can go get Peterson, you can go get Fleming. It's a lot of good guards in this draft. You can go get Mikael Brown from Louisville. So it's a lot of good guards in this draft. So I would go guard, and then I would re-sign CJ so he can teach them the ropes, and learn from them. Because them guys at Washington, Keyshawn George and Bub Carrington, you can obviously tell. I can tell that they got a little bit better as far as decision making and learning how to run a team and lead a team, and that's all due to CJ. And I mean, of course, they had Chris Middleton too, but I think CJ played a big part in it. So I would keep CJ there for veteran leadership too.
Man, the Hawks. They gotta potentially resign CJ. Who knows where this pick is gonna land? If I had to guess, I think it's at least I don't know. It might be rigged. You think the draft lottery is rigged. But if I had to guess right now on Thursday, I'm thinking they land probably in the 7 through 10 range. Somewhere around there. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know who you can get in that part, like what players are going to be available through 7 through 10. But I think you resign CJ. You have to figure out, do you resign Jonathan Kuminga? Jonathan Kuminga does have a team option. I think it's for like $20 million. Do you pick that up, or do you potentially let him walk? I thought he did play better as soon as he got over to Atlanta. Jalen Johnson, he was good this year, but in the playoffs, I don't think he played that good, especially as the number one guy. I think you said it earlier. You was like, what is Jalen Johnson going to do as the number one guy? We don't know what he's going to be. I don't think he played that good. I think he really only had like one good game, like we're being honest. I think that was game 3 where he had, like, when I said he was going to get like a 25, probably 10, and probably like 6 games. After that, he really didn't play. Okongwu was small. Nothing you can do when you're going against Mitchell Robinson. Cat. Dyson Daniels, he couldn't shoot to save his life. He got to work on that. In the kill, congratulations, won most improved, but I don't think he really had a good series either. So they got to figure out how this all gonna work. Because let's just say they get number 2 or something, or actually just in the top 4. How is it gonna work if you do draft, say, an AJ, a Cam Boozer, or Caleb Wilson to go with Jalen Johnson? Like, how does that work? I'm trying to think. Wait, if you do draft them, are they started or do they come off the bench?
It depends. It depends on who they draft. If they draft Pearson, I'll say yeah, he comes off the bench. He comes off the bench for a part of the season, and then we start him, or you just give him like that Dylan Harper treatment, because they got a lot of guys over there. You got CJ over there. I think CJ still needs to start whoever they pick up in the draft. And then you got Nikhil. So those 2 guard spots are taken already. And then of course they're gonna start Dyson and Jalen and Okongwu. So I mean, he low-key has to come off the bench whoever that they draft. Because he'd be basically be a 6-man, him and Kuminga and Zachariah.
Do you trade Zachary this year? Do you trade him?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, man, I feel bad, bro. Because last year I felt like he finished the season low-key decent. And then this year, he lost his starting job. And then he couldn't get no tick. He couldn't get no tick in the playoffs, bro. I feel so bad. He's gonna go down. It's a bus. He's gonna go down as a bus. I feel bad. Man, send him to Chicago, bro. I guarantee you. What? What's wrong with him going to Chicago where he can play?
We already got like 3 or 4 6'10" guys that can do everything, that can shoot, dribble, and all. We don't need another one.
Why can't it say be Josh Giddey, Zachary, and then Montes as your core 3? Why can't it be that? Bro, I got no problem with Zachary on the team. I think he just needs to change the scenery, bro. He was bad. He was bad because this only year 2?
Yep.
No, yeah, year 2. Jesus Christ, we only in year 2. Yeah, I think they got a lot of things to do. I think wherever this draft pick is, man, it's gonna show what they really need to do. Black Road, need a backup point guard. Maybe go after Ty Jerome. Need shot creators. Yeah, sure.
That's for the Rockets. That's for the Rockets.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. I don't know what they doing about Zachary. He was trash in the series. I don't know how much burn if any he got. They need CJ back, but need someone who can shoot consistently, especially from free. They struggle in that area. And then Black Road, he doesn't do anything besides shoot. No assists, no defense, no rebounds. He ass, bro. But I mean, bro,
Yeah, bro,
Charles
you
is the best.
16. Ain't no way we out here getting you ain't out here getting 6, 7 rebounds at least.
But I mean, we go into the year anyway. I mean, we go into the draft last year. You said it from day one. None of these guys are none of these guys are stars. Maybe Alex Sarr could be, but outside of that, nobody really a star. All these guys are role players. Like that's what you said. They all role players.
And so far, they've been proving me right.
Who else was in that draft class? Who else was there? Now that I think about it.
I know Zachariah
Stephon Castle was in there.
Yeah, Zachariah went 1. Alex Sarr went 2. Shepard went 3. Castle went 4. Only ones that got I think I said it. Only ones that have potential was Alex Sarr and Castle. Maybe Montez.
So I know you got it up in front of you. So those really the only 3, like I guess,
And
potential
Klingen.
stars.
Well, yeah, out of potential stars, yeah, Sarr and Castle.
Who was the other guy you said? I know you said Montez. Who was the other one?
The top 14, well, 15 was Zachariah at 1, Alex at 2, Reed Shepard at 3, Castle at 4, Ron Holland at 5, TJ Saloon at 6 to the Charlotte Hornets. 7 was they should have got Klingen.
Well, Klingen, I think, yeah, Klingen good.
Klingen went to Portland at 7. Rob went to he got drafted by San Antonio at 8. 9 was Zach Edey. 10 was Cody Williams. 11 was Montez. 12 was Nikola Topic. 13 was Devin Carter. 14 was Bub Carrington. And 15 was Khalil Well.
I feel like Nikola Topic got sent to the wrong team, man. I feel bad. He's never going to get, like, real run for them. Never. As long as Shea's there and all, I mean, he'll never get legit run. Zach Edey is still a good pick. Huh?
Yeah. I'll say there's some good picks in here, but as far as, like, all-stars or stars, Castle or Alex Sarr, I'm only 2 I see. Klingen maybe could be an all-star, maybe.
I think he got a chance. Castle is definitely. I think he's going to at least be an all-star. If I had to guess, maybe by year 4. Could shock the world next year and be 1. But I'm going to go by year 4. Klingen could potentially be 1. But yeah, the Hawks, I think it just really depends on this draft pick, wherever it lands on Sunday. Like, where they how their offseason looks. Because I think they're not going to go star hunting unless, I know we talked about this months ago, they could potentially trade for Giannis too. They could do it. I'm not giving up Jaylen Johnson. It's not happening. But they could do it. I think they got the draft capital and the young players to make it work. They got it. Would you trade for Giannis if you're the Hawks?
No, I mean I told you I wouldn't. I don't think him and Jaylen Johnson can pair up together. They do. They basically the same player. If you ask me, Jaylen Johnson just shoots a little bit better. And the only way that could work is if Jaylen Johnson he becomes a better 3-point shooter. And then on top of that, I think that takes away from what makes him really great, which is with the ball in his hand. So.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what the Hawks do. The next team.
Hold on.
Orlando Magic. What?
Black Roll. Alex Sarr was elite last year. He took a major step. And then Reed Shepard was there. Yeah, Alex Sarr took a big step. He took a real big step.
You think if AD plays, will it hinder him a little bit?
I don't know, cause I don't know if it's gonna be. I know he's not as good as Boogie, but when we seen AD play with a skilled big before it worked out. The only thing is, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work out with him and Alex are. To be honest with you, um, but when AD's played with another skilled big, it did work out. So um, Alex are gonna have to work on his shooting more because AD not gonna be shooting threes. It's gonna be Alex shooting threes. So Alex gonna have to work on that three ball more.
I I hope AD stays. I
I do
really
too.
hope he stays.
That'd be a really good team.
I think I just
They would
want. I
have.
think. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I was just gonna say they have the starters and bench. They really wouldn't lack in no areas. It would literally just be them playing together and finding team chemistry.
I just when I look at the Wizards, like because we can go through the team. You got Trae Young. You got the some. If you want to say star, that's fine. Star point guard. You got Keyshawn George or Bilal Coulibaly, whichever one. Whichever one.
Still got Cam Whitmore,
It's up in the air for him, especially after the
Mr.
blood.
Per 36.
Hey, per 36 a couple of years ago, he looked amazing, but it is up in the air for him. You do got Alex Sarr 80 as your front court. That's a great front court. Like on paper, it's great. Like two defensive anchors, and they both can help spread the floor. And then AD he don't play center. He's not gonna play center.
Mm-hmm.
Then you do got Trey Johnson, potentially maybe your sixth man. You do got Bub Carrington still on that team. They got a lot of like
They
young
still got
players.
Will Riley. He played really good towards
He
the end of
played.
last year.
He played good this past year when they was
What's
tanking.
the other dude? Tristan. That big Tristan something. I can't remember his
The
last
big
name.
man.
Yeah, he played. White boy. He played good for them when he got sick. It's Tristan something.
I think I know. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking
Tristan something.
about Tristan Vukovic. It's
Yeah,
like Vucevic, but I know. Yeah, I'm looking at the person.
yeah. Him. He played good for them. So they got some bench pieces. They really got a good team, to be honest with you. They really do. Shit, even Angel Reese's brother played decent. So
Hey, that man was Bill Russell out there. I ain't gonna cap.
yeah, so like I mean only thing I would say they probably need is some backup bigs for AD and Alex R. Because both of them have shown that they've been injured throughout the course of their career. So um, if anything, just go get some backup bigs. But they got what they need. They really got a good team. They have a playoff team for sure.
Hey, this start five on paper actually looks pretty good. Trey Young, Keyshawn, Bilal, Anthony Davis, and Sarr. That's not a bad five. Like on paper, that is not bad at all.
And only defensive liability you got that out there is Trey, and everybody else can guard. So
Like that's not a bad team. Black Rhoda. I got the Wizards taking a huge step next year. Imagine if they had kept Denny at the three, would be elite.
yeah,
And the
Trey,
Wizards got to take the L on
Denny,
that. They got to take the L.
Trey, Denny, AD, and Alex Sarr. That'd have been a nice. I like that. And probably what Keyshawn or something at the two. That would have been nasty.
They got to take the L on that, bro. They traded basically Denny for Malcolm Brogdon straight up.
They gave up too early on him. They gave up way too early on him. I mean, and I
Like
get it though, because it was about his fourth season. He wasn't really doing nothing.
I
So
thought he played good though that year. The year he got traded though. I thought he played pretty good. Like
yeah, that was
the
his fourth year. Yeah, his fourth year that he played better because he was averaging 15. I would have gave him another shot. But they ain't believe in him.
man. But yeah, we both got the Wizards. We got the Wizards taking a huge leap next year if AD stays. If AD isn't there, well, oh yeah, I forgot the lottery pick. We forgot about the lottery pick. They could potentially get the first pick. So you added maybe an AJ DeBonsa next to this group, bro. Like,
If they get AJ, they gotta trade somebody. Like
who would you
Koulibaly,
trade?
somebody got Koulibaly. I'll trade Koulibaly.
He's real good defensively. I like him
He
as
stay
well.
hurt though. He stay hurt though.
I was looking at the roster and I was like, am I missing somebody? But the lottery pick, depending on like if it's top 4, you could potentially get a Caleb Wilson, a Cam. Like, bro, that could be good for them. I don't know. Do you draft a Darren Peterson to pair him with Trae Young in the backcourt?
Yeah, I would.
What
Only
about
thing is, I don't know how defensively that backcourt gonna look though.
what about Cam Boozer?
Because you already got whatchamacallit, you already got AD and Alex.
I can't wait till Sunday, man.
Cam can only go to specific teams, like the Nets. He can't really go to no other team for real for him.
If the Nets get number 1, well, they picking AJ. I think off rip. I think
Yeah.
they picking AJ.
But if they get number 3, they definitely picking Cam.
You don't think they should get Darren Peterson if he's there? Like at number 2, if they get number 2? They do need a point
I mean,
guard.
yeah. I would say regardless, 1 and 2 is gonna be AJ and Darren, regardless. So
Man, my Pacers, man, we about to get the number 1 pick, and we get AJ. Unless them rumors about Cam Boozer is true. Who knows? Let me Black Road, maybe trade back if they get the number 1 pick. I would take Boozer as a backup big. The Wizards trade back. Boy, they not trading that. They ain't trading that pick, bro. No, you get number 1, they keeping that pick. They keeping that pick. But let's move on. The Orlando Magic blew a 3-1 lead to Charles's Detroit Pistons. Jamal Mosley got the boot. We all knew that. We expected that. So I do want to ask you, what do you expect the Magic to do this offseason? What are their plans? What should they do?
First and foremost, they need to address what we've been asking them to address for the last couple of years, which is shooting. So they got to go get some more shooting. I think that they need to trade Franz. I think this Franz and Paolo experiment is over with, and that's only because we can never see it. Like those guys could never be healthy for a full season on the court together, or even in the playoffs. So I think it's about that time that you trade Franz. Paolo has already shown us that he's a playoff riser, that he can rise to the occasion. I think if you trade Franz, you get more you get more valuable pieces around Paolo, and then now you got something to work with Paolo, Bane, who I think played really well without Franz. So you got those two, and then you trade Franz. You get something. Either go get you either go get you a point guard, go get you some more bench scoring, and I don't believe in Wendell. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wendell is a solid big, but I think he could be a really good backup. I don't know if he can be your starting big on a championship team. To be honest with you, this year, he played better. He's really been playing the same. 11-7, with about 2 assists, almost a steal in the block. Like I don't know. I feel like they can get better as far as center wise. They can go get a better center. But yeah, I think first and foremost they need to address shooting and trading Franz. I think those are the 2 big things they need to go do. Oh, and go get you an offensive minded coach. Because I think that the defensive principles that they installed, that Jamal Mosley installed in them, you just take those, and then you just go get an offensive minded head coach, and I think that'd be good.
Do you look at potentially trading Jalen Suggs? He played terrible in this playoff series. He played bad.
Yeah, he did, but that's tough because he brings the energy, he brings the defense, and he brings everything else. He's like Marcus Smart. He's like Marcus Smart, and I don't know if you really want to get rid of him because, like I said, he brings the energy of that team. So I don't know if I would trade him. I think I'll keep him.
What's his contract? Hold on. Jalen Suggs.
Black Rose, and they need to get Mark Jackson as their head coach, even though he is blackballed. Split Paulo and Franz. Wendell was a one-dimensional center. What do you say? They're gonna be well above the apron, and they still need to resign Black, no future picks. They kind of suck in cap hell.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would resign
that.
Black though. I don't really like him. I mean, he showed promise before he got hurt because he was knocking down a three ball at a high clip. But when he came back, he was a shell of himself. So I don't even know if I really want him. It's like when they got Markelle Fultz. It's like they got another defensive point guard that can rebound, pass, and do everything else but shoot. So it's like I don't know if I really want to go down that road again.
This is year what for him? Is he going
I
into
think
year
3.
4?
Yeah, well, next year I think it'd be year 4. Yeah.
Damn. Well, the good thing about Jalen Suggs' contract, it's going down. So he got paid this year at 35. Next year he'll get 32, then 29, 26, and 26. So at that point, it will be a tradable contract. But Black Broden is right. Well, I'll say the Mark Jackson thing, they ain't signing him, bro. Mark Jackson will probably never coach again. Like some owner just got to take that risk of just doing it. I don't see an owner doing it. I just don't. We know why he got blackballed. It is what it is. But Black Broden is right. When you traded Desmond Bane, you traded 4 first because you thought you were potentially an Eastern Conference Finals team. I thought they was. You basically said, F the future, we're trying to win in this timeline of the Paulo Franz era. You guys blew a 3-1 lead. And we didn't really speak on it that day. But they could score in the 4th quarter. How is that possible?
Coaching.
Coaching. But at the same time, I can't control my guys just breaking up a storm.
Yeah, but you supposed to draw up a play. You supposed to have plays drawn up that you know that you guys can score off of. So your go-to, Sheldon, if your go-to play was a pin down screen in the corner, and I know every time you get this screen, you're gonna hit that 3. I'm gonna run it for you if you going cold. So the same thing as Jamal Mosley, if he see y'all ain't scoring, run a play for Paulo, run a play for Desmond Bane. Get your 2 best players a look at the basket to score. And he didn't do that. And if he did do it, he didn't do a good of a job because they were not scoring in the 4th.
Bro, if I can find their contracts for the roster, let me see. There it is. Bro, Jesus Christ. France is getting paid 41, 44, 47, and 51. Then Paulo is going in his new contract. He's going to get paid 41, 44, 48, 51. Then he has a $54 million player.
Don't they got the same contract? Damn near.
France is getting paid a little. I think his increases if he gets all NBA. So, but for now it's 20. It's 5 for 201, and France got paid 5 for 224.
Yeah, Paulo ain't getting that all NBA this year.
Well, I mean, I think that's in general. I think if he just gets it throughout that contract. My thing is, I actually agree. I think it might be time to trade France. Who the hell want to trade for $41 million and all you do is get hurt?
Somebody out there gonna take the risk.
41 mil to get hurt?
Somebody gonna take the risk. He ain't like Joel Embiid though.
I mean,
he ain't like Anthony Davis. Somebody gonna take the risk on him.
I can't tell. France has been hurt, bro. He had a calf strain. You know, it is what it is, and I do feel like if he plays, they probably win. I'm not gonna lie. I think they probably win if he does play, but that's neither here nor there. They lost, bro. France this year gave you. Actually, this was really he gave you 34. He gave you 34 games this year. All the other years, if you want to count the 60 last year, that's fine. But his first 3 years in the league, he was healthy. He gave you 79, 80, 72, then 60 last year, then 32. Well, 34. He gave you 34. It's just a contract. Do I want to trade for somebody that literally gets hurt really and who's getting 41? It's just that 41 mil. That's the thing.
The Rockets ain't a bad move. That wouldn't be a bad move.
If you're the Rockets, would you trade Jabari for Franz, especially if they try KD? I guess you meant to say trade KD elsewhere. Jabari for Franz straight up?
I don't think they can. I don't think the money's match.
Yeah, I think you got to add something else in there.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Franz, even if they don't trade KD, I think KD and Franz could coexist. Um, I definitely think they can coexist. Uh,
Franz can't shoot. Can't shoot. That's the problem.
I mean, at least he'll take them. He's not a
He
man
gonna
who's
take
not
him.
gonna
Yeah,
take them.
I agree with you on that. He gonna take him. Then Desmond Bain getting paid 36, 39, 42, 44. They
No,
went all in on this. They went all
it's
in.
time. It's time for Franz to go. But the Rockets not a bad one. I like him on the Nuggets too. The Nuggets wouldn't be bad. Trade Cam Johnson and some other pieces. That wouldn't be bad. Him on the Rockets. Not Rockets, the Nuggets. Nuggets, Rockets. Mm, that's really about it. Shit.
You know what? Hey, Wendell got paid
Bucks,
10 million. Oh, the
Bucks,
Bucks.
Grizzlies,
Hey, if I'm trading Franz to the to the Bucks, you got to give me Giannis. Giannis gonna be in the trade.
Grizzlies. I mean, I don't really see too many teams that he can go to that he would fit well with.
I don't know who paying 41. We will be having a way different conversation if they haven't blown that 24-point lead.
That
Oh,
is
we
true.
sure would.
That
We
is
sure
true.
would. We sure would be having a different conversation, bro. That game was crazy. What was your thinking when you watched that game? I don't even know we asked that last time we was on the other day. What was you thinking in that game?
Sure, I was happy. Well, one, I didn't
No,
realize how we got down.
throughout the game.
Nah, but throughout the game, I didn't realize how we got down. I mean, of course I realized I was watching it, but like I was dumbfounded by how we got down 24. But once we came back, I was happy because I did not want them to get eliminated in the first round. And it's crazy because shit, I know I said I think he was gonna get bounced in the second round. I didn't want them to go to the finals now, like ECF now, because all my teams gone. Shit,
Hey, this is why.
I ain't
Hey,
got nobody else to root for.
you pulled to me last year. I picked the Cavs to beat the Pacers. Pacers won. You did the same thing last week. You picked the Cavs to beat the Pistons. But deep down, you want the Pistons to win. I know
Yeah,
you do.
I
I
ain't
know
gonna
you
lie.
do.
Yeah,
It's
I ain't
okay,
gonna lie.
bro. You can change your pick, bro. You got
I
Pistons. It's
do.
okay.
I
You got
do. I
Pistons.
do. I definitely do want the Pistons
Yes.
to win. I ain't gonna
Yes.
lie.
It's okay. We can change. Because deep down, I knew you. I'm like, bro, there's no way he going up against the Pistons. Like, bro, the Pistons can give the Cavs a go. We're going to go way more deep. I'm just saying the Pistons are low-key good enough to beat them. I was like, why did he pick the Cavs? And I kind of understand why you did. The Pistons ain't no slouch. And I guess it played a reason from how they played against the Magic. Understandable. I get that part. But I'm like, man, that's your team, bro. Like, you can't go up against that. But Jamal Mosley getting the boot. Nobody's shocked at that. Hey, he got the boot the next day. He
He
got
should
the
have
boot.
got that nigga. Should have got the boot the second the game ended. The second the
That's
game
crazy.
ended, it should have said Jamal Mosley fired.
To go back. Wait, do you even get back on the plane though? How do
No,
you get back home?
you get your plane ride somewhere else. You better fly
That's
Southwest.
crazy. I ain't
Matter of
that
fact, go fly Delta. I think they got some deals going on right now.
I ain't that petty. I ain't that petty. You could at least fly back with the team, and then obviously the next day coming off his day you get the boot. Because it's like you stranded him there. It's kind of like you stranded him there in freaking Detroit. No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. But you got no draft capital. You got to figure out if you want to run this team back, and then who's going to be the new coach? I saw earlier. I think it said, or was that the Warriors? I think it was the Magic. It was one of those teams. They was talking about they're looking at Dusty May, the Michigan coach. I don't know if he leaves.
I think that was the Warriors. That was the Warriors.
Okay, it was the Warriors then. Okay, it was the Warriors. But I heard him pop up. I think we said a couple of weeks ago Billy Donovan could
Yeah, they
potentially
said
go there.
Billy Donovan was supposed to be for the Magic. I don't know how I feel about that though, because Billy Donovan is an offensive minded head coach, but I, I don't know. Billy Donovan, he, he's an okay coach. I don't think that he's the coach that they need to take them to the next level. Um,
What about Tom Thibodeau?
I think Tibbs can take them to the next level. I do think Tibbs can take them to the next level. And then the only
No, it
thing
is the
with Tibbs,
Magic. It is Dusty Made Magic. Sorry, it
man,
is. It
okay.
is. It is.
The only thing with Tibbs is it's offensively. Like, yeah, the Knicks had their best offensive season that last year they had with Tibbs, but we obviously see this year their offense
It's
is better
better.
than it was. Yeah, it's better than it was that year. Tibbs had his best offense. So it's like the thing with the Magic is it's never been defense. It's always been their offense. So it's like that's that really solving anything. I don't think that really solve anything. I think he'll take them to the next level, but it's not gonna really solve what they need to solve, the problem that they need to solve, which is offensively. So
Um, Orlando looked like they were seeing ghosts. Reminds me of when the Heat beat San Antonio in the finals, Game 5 with the Ray Allen three. This might be worse. You knew the Spurs was losing that series. Same for Orlando versus Detroit. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Maybe offer the UConn head coach.
Dan Hurley, I don't think he leaving. I don't
I
think
don't
he
think he
leaving at
needed
all.
either. I don't think he needed. I
Man, I
ain't
don't
gonna
see
lie
him
though.
leaving.
Once the Pistons got it down to 10 points, I said they about to sell. And then once they got the lead and won, I'm like, they gonna lose. They gonna lose. They not winning in
Yeah,
Detroit. They not. It's over with, bro. And then they got blown out basically. Like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. Paulo Banchero is a playoff riser. He rises to the occasion, bro. He always plays really good in the playoffs. I know he kind of was bad in that 76ers play, and that's what everybody was talking about. But after that, that man been hooping. He was the only person that was giving you anything on offense, bro. Bro, it was so bad that they basically he had to stay in the game. Like I felt like he never came out the game because no one else could hit anything, bro. Like
if he did, it was only for like a couple of seconds.
Jasmine Bain stunk it up. Jalen Suggs was bad. I don't care what nobody tells me. Anthony Black was whatever. Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter was hooping the first 3 games. Then after that, he wasn't doing a goddamn thing. He
Yeah,
wasn't doing anything.
he had to tell Angel Reese shut up. She was running her mouth too damn much. Cause you see that last game, Jalen Duran went crazy.
He played better. He played
Tell
way
her
better
ass
that
shut
game.
up.
Hey,
She giving their
she
ass,
was posting that stuff about Jalen Durant. That
bro,
was
giving
cool.
their ass. She was giving their ass ammo, boy.
No, but the Magic, they gotta do some things. First, they gotta figure out the coach. They gotta figure out who the coach is gonna be and what philosophy they're gonna run. Are you gonna run this back with Paulo and Franz? And do you potentially trade a Jalen Suggs? You gotta figure this out. So, the Magic, it's whatever. We'll wait and see. And the last team we got is the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors fought, took it to a game 7 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they did lose. So, what is the offseason plans for the Toronto Raptors?
Um, I think, well, first and foremost, they have to get healthy. I think that if Quickly and Brandon Ingram was there, I think they win that series. Because they went 7 without those guys. Well, without Quickly the entire series. So, and I feel like they needed Quickly because Quickly would have knocked down some big threes. He would have knocked down threes in general. Um, so health is the first thing, and two, I say they got to flip Polo. Polo showed that he's expendable, especially one with all the injuries. I think this is like the second or third year in a row he's been injured. And then they play. I think they want to play faster, and you can't play faster with Polo on the floor because he's so big and slow. And then Colin Burrows, was it
Boyles.
Colin Burrows,
Colin Murray Boyles.
Boyles? Yeah, he played. He played really well for them. He showed promise. So I think that you can flip Polo. I think you need to flip Polo. I think you need to get healthy, and you need some more shooters because there are times out there when you had Scotty out there, and if they had shooters surrounding him, it would have made the driving holes clearer for him and RJ because they were forcing up shots. So I think they need to go get more shooting. Then they need to get healthy, and I think they need to flip Polo.
Jakob is getting paid next year $19 million. Then, if I'm reading this right, it jumps to 27, 29, and then 27. I don't know why they gave him an extension. I ain't gonna cap. I think you said it last week too. Do we trade Brandon Ingram literally after 1 year? I mean, he was bad in
I
the
think
playoffs. And he
I
got
said
hurt.
I think last year. I'm not last year. Last week I said yeah, because every year in the playoffs he don't show up. He don't show up.
Facts. And RJ Barrett was good. Oh, RJ Barrett was really good
And
this
I think
playoffs.
low key, well, offensive wise, he was their best player.
Oh, RJ?
Yeah, he was the only
Scotty
one
was too.
consistently scoring for
Well, Scotty too. Hey,
him.
I'm not gonna lie. I think you do entertain the Brandon Ingram. It's just the fact that Brandon Ingram is getting paid $40 million, and then he has a player option for 41. So you entertain it, see what you could potentially get back. I do agree with you. We might have to trade Jakob Hurdle. I thought Colin Murray's outplayed him clearly in the first round. I think you got to upgrade that bench. Like Jacoby Walters, he played decent. Jamal said they were good. And Sandro, he was whatever. But after that, that's it. Grady Dick, he didn't even touch the court. He sucks. And
He
everybody
was a
else,
lottery pick.
man, that's crazy, bro. They was talking about he might ask for a trade this summer.
Yeah, he ain't getting no tick though,
He sure wasn't.
which
He
is
was better.
crazy. I thought he could. He played okay last year. I thought he would at least got some more tick this year.
I think once Brandon Ingram came back, though, it kind of changed a lot of things. And I feel like Emmanuel Quigley's getting paid 30 something. RJ Barrett, I think, has one more year left. You got Scotty Barnes, that's your future. Deservedly so. I ain't gonna lie, I think they just run it back again. I thought they had a great year. Was the fifth seed, took the Cavs to 7 games. I think you run it back. Rojakovic, at the beginning of the year, I know when we said what coaches are on the hot seat, I said it was looking like he might be on the hot seat, but man, he was good all year. I know they had their ups and downs, but to take a Cavs team who a lot of people thought should probably beat
To
them,
7.
especially after when we watched the first 2 games of the series, when we were like, yeah, they got no chance. It's over with. And you took this team to 7. I thought he did a good job. I thought he did a good job.
Damn near without two of your best players.
Yeah. It's only so much you can do. And give him credit for getting, like, say, Jamal Shed and Jacoby Walters, like, ready to hoop. Like, they came to play, though. I give them credit. I was not counting on them to do anything.
Especially after Jamal Shed stunk it up there. I think he went like 0 for 6 or 1 for 8 from 3 or some shit.
I think that was Jacoby Walters that went to 0 for like 8, bro. He was bad in the game. And he stepped it back up. I think it was like that next game. I think it was game 5 or 6.
He got like 20-something.
Yes. And I'm like, hey, you got to give him credit. I think they definitely need some more size. And they probably, I ain't going to say offensive score. They do need some shooting. I feel like everybody on there is like inconsistent shooting, starting 5, at least outside of Quigley, but he wasn't there. So I think that's really all the Raptors need to do. I think they could just run it back, probably see what you can get for Brandon Ingram, somebody maybe an upgrade over him. I don't know where you can find that, but the Raptors, they're in a good spot. I think they're in a good spot. They play good this year. All right, so a couple of takeaways. The Brooklyn Nets are hesitant about trading for Giannis Antetokounmpo because they do not want to waste roster spots on his 2 brothers. If you're the Nets, are you wasting 2 roster spots for his weak ass brothers?
Yes.
Hey, man.
Yes, because they gonna be the 14th and 15th man anyway. They ass ain't gonna get no tick no way. So your 14th and 15th man on your roster right now not even getting no tick. So what's the difference of having them? So
that's true.
I mean, if it's a Giannis, you go ahead. Him and MPJ together.
And the lottery pick. You're building something. You're building something.
But Giannis ain't got that many years though. So whatever you doing, you're gonna have to do it in the next two years.
They might have MPJ is getting paid something decent. So if you do trade for him, yeah. But then you add the Nasses and the other dudes. I don't even know who else is. You do got Igor Denham on the Nets. That
They
roster.
probably they gonna keep him.
Let me go to their roster real quick.
And it's ugly.
You still got Nick Claxton. Good player.
Yeah.
Noah Clowney. Terrence Mann.
Sharp is good. Sharp is good. Sharp is really good.
Sharp. Yeah, Day'Ron Sharp is good. He's a good backup big. Nolan Traore. Ben Sheriff. Drake Powell. Josh Minott. That roster needs work.
Jake, like they got some potential. Like Drake Powell is decent. Claxton, of course. I would keep Sharp. Danny Wolf is actually decent too. I would keep Danny. Michael Porter, Igor. I mean, yeah, that roster ain't it, but they got some pieces over there. They gotta figure out a way to go get a superstar.
Coaching finalists for the Pelicans head coaching vacancy: Darvin Ham, Steve Hetzel. I think he's on. I saw that they said he's an assistant on either the Spurs or the Nets. Rajon Rondo, Sean Sweeney. He's either assistant on the Nets or the Spurs, and Jamal Mosley could be added. Go get Rondo.
Yes, go get Rondo.
Go get Rondo.
Go get Rondo. Yeah.
Please. The thing, and my reason is, I feel like I pray he gets the job, but for some reason deep down, I think they won't give it to him. I have a gut feeling, but I pray he gets
it. Wasn't he assistant coach this year or last year for the Bucks?
Yeah, he was on the Bucks.
Yeah.
Rivers. Yeah.
How long has he been a coach? Has it only been like a year or two or something like that?
It might be a couple of years. If anything, a couple.
Wasn't he on the coaching staff
with John Calipari at one point the last like 3 years?
I
swear I thought he was. At least when he was still on Kentucky. I swear. I could be wrong though. I thought he was. But he was an assistant coach this year on the Bucks. He was that. I thought he was with John Calipari, at least like his last year at Kentucky. I thought. I could be wrong.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, I would hire Rondo. Now he was only a coach. Yeah, he was only a coach for this year.
Okay, I was wrong. I swear I thought he was. My bad.
Yeah, well, from 2024 to 2026, he was with the Bucks.
Okay, so 2 years. Okay.
That's the only reason why I think they won't give it to him is because he doesn't have that much experience coaching. But then you could say, well, what about JJ? The difference is JJ didn't have a stigma in the league though. Rondo had a stigma in the league as a cancer in the locker room, and so like those things can haunt him. But I think the best decision is Rondo. One, because those players are young, and he's been coaching like on the AAU circuit team and coaching his sons and younger kids. So he has somewhat of the experience coaching young kids. So it's like he can relate to them in certain ways. If we don't even need to question his basketball mind, because there are several stories about him drawing plays up during the timeouts, telling Doc Rivers, "Nah, we not gonna run that," when he was with the Celtics, and we gonna do this. So Rondo's a great basketball mind. I think he's perfect for the job. I think he can handle the job. It's just, are they gonna give him that opportunity?
Yeah. Now, and my thing is, he played for y'all organization. Why not get somebody familiar with the organization?
Yeah,
he played there. I feel like you at some point you do need like a player coach. You need somebody that can relate to the players. And I want him to at least have a team that at least have talent. You got Zion. We know what Zion is. Trey Murphy, potentially up and coming star. Herb Jones, one of the best defenders. Who?
Jeremiah.
Oh,
Jeremiah Fears.
Yeah, Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen, DeJounte Murray probably come back. Who knows? They might trade.
Sadiq Bey.
I think he's on 1 year deal though. I think he signed for 1 year. But he was good this year though. He was good though.
Still got Messi.
Messi, yeah.
Messi. Yeah, they got a bunch of pieces over there.
Yeah, it's just my thing is we know how it is, especially in sports, and especially when you did like a black head coach. How much time are you gonna give him? Because let's just hypothetically say they suck for the next 2 years. Are you going to fire him? Knowing
I
you
give
in the
him 4.
West,
I'll give him 4.
I give at least
I'll give him
three.
4.
I'm gonna say this again. If I was a GM and I was hiring Rondo, it's kind of see. Okay, what would you consider this team? Like rebuilding or like a rebuilding team, or are they just
I think they
like
in
a
the
bad
middle.
team?
I think they in the middle of being a rebuild team and being a bad team because literally any given moment they could trade Zion and them away and they can go into a full rebuild. Um, or if they keep this roster, they can compete. So I give Rondo 4 years. One, because he'll be a new head coach, and then two, I feel like you need at least a year or two to get your feet wet as a coach, but two, realize what this team is, who you have on this team, and what pieces you need to add to this team in order to make it truly yours.
Yeah,
And how you want to play in the play style y'all want to play. I think if Rondo come there, I think we'll see a better Zion. I think all those players will get better, to be honest with you, because Rondo is one of them guys who gonna tell it how it is. So if you
yeah,
lacking in certain areas, he gonna tell you. He gonna help you. So I
yeah,
think it'd be great for them.
yeah. I agree because I feel like did say next year if he gets the job. Do I expect a turnaround? No.
Mm-mm.
Do I expect a turnaround the year after that?
I think they're
Yes.
gonna
But
win
do I
more
expect
games
you to
though.
be good
I think they're
that
gonna
year?
win more games that first year he does for sure.
Hey, they could though. Do I expect to say at least a better year than your first year? Yes. But do I expect you to probably be at least a playoff team? No. But in year three, I expect to see the potential to be a playoff team. And I get it, it's the Western Conference, it's tough, but you should at least improve every single year.
Hmm.
Like, I think they should give it to him. Darvin Ham, we saw Darvin Ham. And I think every coach should at least get two chances, like in whatever league. Darvin Ham probably should get at least one more chance somewhere. Maybe not this team. But I think Rondo, Jamal Mosley, he'll probably get another job somewhere. Sean Sweeney and them, I don't know their background. I don't know. So I'm not even going to talk about that. I think Rondo should get it. I think, like you said, he gonna tell it what it is. He gonna be on their case. He gonna call him out. Hey, if you lacking on defense, he gonna call your ass out. He look like he gonna call you
Hmm.
out. So I think they need somebody like that. And we need to go the route with the player coaches and just the players that are young. Like what's Rondo? He's either like late 30s or almost hitting 40. I don't think he's 40, but
Nah,
I think he's late
I think
30s.
Rondo. I think Rondo in his like 40s, man.
He can't.
He,
I don't think he older
yeah,
than Brian. He can't be older than Brian.
he was born in '86. So 14 would be 2000.
Oh, that
Yeah, he
might be
40.
true.
He
Yeah.
40.
Oh yeah, true. All right. So yeah, you need these young coaches. So I'm with it. I'm with Roger with Ray John getting that job, bro. I hope he gets it. All right, we got a couple more, then we'll go. We'll talk about the playoffs. Steve Kerr returns to the Warriors depends on the alignment of several key factors: increased accountability for Steph Curry and Draymond Green, roster construction and offseason plans, freedom to speak on issues, on social political issues, flexibility with coaching schemes, and young players. I think we talked about like should Steve Kerr come back, but now I'm hearing reports saying that it's looking towards he will return. That's what Draymond said. Read this over. What is Jaylen Brown on the missing person milk card? That's crazy. The facts. Cleveland struggled against the Raptors. My prediction was set that they'd be losing in the second round. I think Steve Kerr will probably come back, coach another year. I mean, at least 2 more years. And I would say at least 2 years. I think.
Yo,
Yeah. What's up? What's up?
no, I was just saying you can hear me.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I think it's like I said, increase accountability on Steph Curry and Draymond Green, roster construction, all season plans. I mean, we all know about the Warriors. They got to make some type of move, whatever move that is. We'll figure that out. But I do think
I think
Steve Kerr returns. I'll go ahead.
I think I said it last week. I think that the week before one of them that whatever extension that they signed Draymond and Steph to, that's how long Steve Kerr's contract should be. So if it's the next 2 years, then yeah. But I do think he gets like a 2 year, maybe 3 year deal or something like that. I don't think it's nothing too crazy. I think they need to bring him back because if Jimmy didn't go down, if they didn't have all those injuries and that drama with Kuminga, I think that the Warriors could have made some type of noise this year. Because Steph was playing good, Jimmy was playing good. The team looked really well when everybody was out there. So now you running back next year with Porzingis, Jimmy, Draymond, Steph. I think they can, and then Moody if he gets healthy. Um, so yeah, I think they should sign Steve Kerr back for sure.
Bro, they said Moses Mooney ain't coming back to 28.
Damn, his knee that messed up.
They said his knee, yeah.
Damn.
They said he ain't come back to 28, bro.
Damn.
Your boy Charles Lee got a contract extension from the Hornets. Congratulations to him.
He deserved it. He definitely deserved it.
He did a great job. He did a great job this year. And the last thing, our Chicago Bulls. Tom Thibodeau was reportedly interested in returning to the Bulls per Sam Amick. The 68-year-old was fired from the Knicks post last summer, but is looking for the right fit for his coaching future again. And yes, league sources say that includes a prospect of the Bulls reunion if the Rhinestores and the new executive vice president of basketball operation, Bryson Graham, who was hired away from Atlanta Hawks on Monday, had interest. So, do you think Tom Thibodeau coming back to our Chicago Bulls is the right move?
Yeah, I do think I think it's a good move. One, because it's gonna build that culture that Chicago basketball culture that we love, that grit and grind, that hustle, that fight. That's what Chicago basketball is, and for the last couple of years they haven't been doing that. So I think bringing Thibodeau back, it'll give them. It would not only is Thibodeau a winning coach there, so the players will believe in him, but also, like I said, brings back that Chicago basketball. That defense comes first, and they're with this grit and grind team. So I think it'll help Montez. I think it'll bring back noise in the city. So I think it'll be a good move.
You'll be a Bulls fan again if it happens?
No.
Oh,
Not until they. I didn't even like the hire as a VP. One, I don't even know what he's done. Two, the Hawks just became um relevant this year, and then he's been VP there for. He was a VP at the Hawks, right?
I can look it up.
Wherever he was with the Hawks, he was there when they signed Landry Fields as their GM, and look how that turned out. So I ain't really too confident, to be honest with you. I ain't really too confident. I gotta see what other moves that they make.
I was about to say, can we wait until at least like after the off season?
Yeah, I gotta see what other moves they make first before I say I'm a fan.
Yeah, well, he was the senior vice president for the Hawks.
Hmm. For how long?
He was just for a year. But according to this, he was the general manager for the Pelicans for 1 year.
What
Then I
year is
guess
that?
it said he was
Yeah.
promoted in June of 24.
So 24.
Then he went over there and served as a senior vice president of operations in 25 and 26. Like you said, I don't think it's a lot of like stuff on him. So we really don't know.
If he was a GM that 23-24 season, that's the year when they won 49 games and they was seventh in the West.
No, he got promoted that summer of 24.
So he was a 24-25 then.
He was the assistant GM to David Griffin.
And 24-25?
No, in 23-24. He got promoted in June of 24.
Okay, so he was a GM for that 24-25 season then.
Yes.
Yeah, and his roster ain't it. They only won 21 games. I think that's when they went and traded for CJ that year.
According to this, it said notable players he acquired. He acquired Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He drafted Dyson Daniels. No, wait. I think this is wait. Oh, wait. Never mind. Take that back. I'm wrong. This is when he was on the Hawks. Sorry, my bad. That ain't the point. We don't know much of him, so we figure it out. Because at first they was talking about the T Wolves was one of them was in the lead, and then they said they was gonna bring on the assistant coach for the Timberwolves. Remember the guy that took over
Finch.
when he
Finch
got
went
hurt?
down. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. They said they was potentially gonna bring him over if the T Wolves, if one of them was gonna get it. They was gonna bring him over and be the head coach. I guess that's not gonna happen.
He ain't do bad, to be honest
Yeah,
with
he
you.
didn't do bad at all. He
Yeah,
didn't do
he
bad
ain't
at
do bad
all.
at all. I
I
thought
ain't
he
gonna lie.
did pretty well.
Tom Thibodeau back on the Bulls. I'm with it. I ain't mad at it. We need an established head coach, a guy that ain't gonna play around. Josh Giddey gonna be
A
playing
culture
45
builder.
minutes.
He's a culture builder, bro. Everywhere he's been, he's built a culture. The Timberwolves, he built that culture. Bulls, he built that culture. Knicks, he built that culture. Like everywhere he go, he's a culture builder.
Hey, the new president, he said he expect the Bulls to be in the second apron, talking about they gonna sign players and all that. That's what he said in his press conference. They do got money. They got money.
We finna be in the second apron with a bunch of players we don't know. We finna go get $50 million to motherfucking Peyton Watson. He finna just waste money. That's what he finna do.
Peyton Watson's a good player.
Yeah, I know, but he finna just waste money.
I like Tom Thibodeau back on the Bulls if it does happen. I think it would be great for the organization getting that established head coach and a guy that doesn't play around. All right, man. Let's get into these playoffs, bro. Let's get into these playoff series. Let's start with the games that's already happened, the ones that's already at 2 games. Let's start with the Knicks and the 76ers. First game, Knicks blew out the 76ers. Nobody on the Sixers played good. OG Anunoby was really good that game. And then yesterday, game 2, it was actually better because Joel Embiid didn't play. They kept it close up until the fourth quarter. Then they just started shucking up threes and was missing. But the Knicks did win game 2, 118-102 to take a 2-0 lead. What's your thoughts so far on the first 2 games of the Knicks and 76ers? And also, real quick, OG Anunoby hurt himself with a hamstring. They say he's day-to-day.
That first game, I didn't expect a blowout. I didn't expect damn near a 40 piece. But I did expect the Knicks to win only because the Sixers came off of game 7. Then it's a quick turnaround, especially for Joel Embiid. Hence why he shot 3 for 11. Um, so I knew the Knicks was gonna run away with that first game. Especially they had rest. Jalen Brunson went crazy, so I expect that. Now that game 2, when Joel Embiid didn't play, I did expect the Sixers to play better. Because now the Knicks they game plan for Joel Embiid. So now that he's not out there, I thought that the Sixers had a little bit of an advantage. Um, I think that in order for them to win this series, I think Barlow needs to play more. I think Barlow on Jalen Brunson and switching on a lot of these guys, his length is giving them problems. I think he played really well out there. And then he's a big body, so him cutting, grabbing rebounds that can help y'all. And then of course defensively. So I think he needs to play a little bit more. I think Paul George needs to be more aggressive. The first 2 games he played well, but like I said, bro, they not gonna win if Paul George is not dropping at least 20 or more. Um, Especially with Joel Embiid out, that's when you need to start shot hunting more. So I think Paul George needs to be more aggressive. That way, it could take pressure off Maxey. Um, and then I think the reason why they lost the second game, one is because of turnovers. Maxey had 6, VJ had 4. I think it was like 13 to like 18 as far as turnover battles. So those few less turnovers could have been the reason why they won this game. But I like what I'm seeing from. I think everybody else is playing well. I just think that they need to play Barlow more. I think PG needs to be more aggressive, and then of course Joel Embiid needs to come back and play healthy. But um, yeah, and then as far as the Knicks, I know Cat's playing well right now. He had 20, 10, and 7 last game, but only taking 8 shots is kind of crazy, bro. Like, I understand Mikal Bridges is one of your shooters, but he shouldn't be taking more shots than you. I don't think OG should be taking more shots than him. I need even though Cat shot efficiently, I still need him to take more than 8 shots. He had 9 free throws, so it showed that he was aggressive, but he needs to take more shots, bro. He needs to take more shots. I think Josh Hart's playing really well for them. He's doing his Swiss Army knife, doing a little bit of everything. And if they want to slow down Jalen Brunson, they have to blitz him every pick and roll. They have to make sure he sees two at all times because you got to get the ball out of his hands. Cat's already showing that he doesn't want to he doesn't want to shot hunt or chuck up shots. So you don't have to really worry about him being aggressive. So if you shut Jalen Brunson down or make it hard for him, then you just rely on the other 4 guys to beat you. And I think Philly has enough length and size to um to handle New York. So if they just cut the head off the snake, I think Philly will be good.
I ain't gonna cap to you. I think OG been one of the best players in the playoffs. So mind you, I don't mind him taking more shots than Cat. And plus, Cat was in foul trouble yesterday again. He's in foul trouble, so that's not new. I think Cat has actually been playing pretty good so far. I think first game he held his own against Joel Embiid. He clearly outplayed him. Second game he outplayed him, and OG, who's been one of the best players in playoffs, now he's hurt. So now we're going off tomorrow. I honestly, I don't think he plays tomorrow. I don't think he plays in game 3. Would I hurt hamstring? I don't see it. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't gonna lie, 76ers, I thought Paul George, he was killing that first quarter. That first quarter he was hooping. Then he went cold. I don't know what happened. Andre Drummond, he can only do so much. I thought Bona gave good minutes. He just fouled too much. But I thought he gave you some decent minutes. He was hustling. He was getting a lot of rebounds. I give him that. But like you said, Barlow played good. Quentin Grimes, I feel like at this point, we might get a good game from him. But I feel like at this point, he's out there. VJ was okay. Maxey, I'm not going to lie, but I don't think Maxey hasn't really played that good the last 2 games. First 2 games. He hasn't been that good. This game, 26. Last game, he really didn't do nothing. But this game, 26 points. He was 9 for 23. 1 for 6 from 3. Had 6 turnovers, like you said. Kelly Oubre has actually played pretty good. I give him credit. But now with Joel Embiid out, they're going to miss that. I feel like if Joel Embiid was there, he was somewhat healthy. If it stayed like how it was yesterday, it was close throughout, I think they probably win that game. But I felt like down the stretch, your best players didn't play that good. That's how I look at it, at least for the 76ers. And they do play faster. They play faster when Joel Embiid is not there. Because then, like, when Joel Embiid is out there, it's like, man, we got to feed Joel the ball, get him in the post. But when he's not out there, we don't got to worry about that. Tyrese Maxey can start out quick. And Paul George can start out hot like he did in game 1. So I feel like VJ Eshkom he's gonna have one of these games in games 3 or 4. He's gonna have at least a 20-point game. Don't know which game, but it's gonna happen. He has to step. He's been playing decent, but when I say he has to step up to scoring, that's what I need him to do. And like you said, if Joel Embiid is not there, we do need Paul George to drop 20. Like you said, we definitely gonna need to have Joel Embiid. Like it has to happen. You win. Paul George 19.7 for 18. That ain't good. 5 for 13, bro. He was chucking from 3. Bro, what was that shot at the I think it was with 30 seconds left or something? Bro, that was a terrible shot.
He didn't have to shoot that shot, but I understand why he shot it. Because they was down, I think they was down 6. And so it was I think they was down 6 or 5 or something like that. And so he thinking 2 for 1. So if he would have hit that shot, they only would have been down 2 or 3 points, and then they still could have got to stop and got the ball back. So I got why he shot that shot.
They were down by 5. Tyrese Maxey comes down, makes a layup. Jalen Brunson misses the 3. Kelly Oubre gets the board, and then Paul George shoots that terrible last shot for 20 seconds.
Yeah, so he was shooting that because of clock management. He was trying to do a 2 for 1. That's why he shot that. I get why he shot it, but it was a terrible shot.
It was a bad shot. It was a bad shot. And on the Knicks side, I think Jalen Brunson is doing what he has to do. And in the clutch, man, he be showing up. I give him his credit. Mikal Bridges actually played good first two games after playing like straight dookie against the Hawks. He's been good. Josh Hart, like you said, Swiss Army knife. Like I said, Cat has been good. OG Ananobi, he's hurt now, but he's been playing good. I'm not gonna lie though, it's kind of crazy when I look at this. Well, he played Alvarado off the bench for 7, Landry Shamet 8, gave you donuts, Clarkson 8 minutes. I think this backup center. He played 7. They didn't have Mitchell Robinson either. But man, Mitchell Robinson is a key part, man. I know he can't hit free throws, but he's a key part. McBride gave you 4 points. I mean, there's going to be heavenly like starters, obviously, but the Knicks are up 2-0, 76ers. I thought they probably should have won game 2, and they had a
Yeah, they should
chance,
have.
but
They
they
should
should have
have.
won. I think they should have won that game. Now, game 1 is whatever, you got blown out by 30, but they should have won. Does Joel Embiid play though in game
I think
3?
he will. I think he will.
I hope so. I need Joel FFC because now people talking about, man, he can't be the franchise player, which is probably true now. He probably can. All right, let's move on. Timberwolves and the Spurs. Timberwolves get the shocking game 1 win by 2. Wemby doesn't have a great offensive game, but he had 12 blocks in game 1. Anthony Edwards comes off the bench. Didn't know if he was going to play game 1, but he did. But in game 3, the Spurs basically almost beat these guys by 40. Winning 133-95. Wemby has a way better offensive game. De'Aaron Fox plays better. It was just a team effort in game 2. So what's your thoughts on the first 2 games of this Timberwolves and Spurs series?
Well, that first game, I don't think San Antonio came out there hungry. I think San Antonio just came out there to play basketball instead of coming out there being hungry to win. And even still, they still had a chance to win that game. I thought it was a bad call by Miss Johnson. To be honest with you, I
I
thought
call
that
it
Miss
timeout.
Johnson. Yeah, I understand why he did it because he didn't want their defense to get set up. And in hindsight, if you really think about it, it was a good decision, but it was a bad one. It was a good decision because they got a good shot out of it. They got a 3 from Champagne. He just missed. So it was the right play not to call because they defense couldn't get set up, and then you end up getting a wide open 3 out of it. It was just that Champagne didn't hit. But at the same time, I would have called that timeout because now it gives us a chance to draw up something, and it gives us a chance to get Wimby a good shot or get Vassell or whoever or Fox a good shot, or whoever you want to get a shot. It gave us a chance to get them a better shot, let me say, or to set up for that. And then if you guys go into OT, I think they would have won in OT. But I thought Mitch should have called that timeout. And then the second game, they just dominated. And obviously Ant doesn't look like Ant, but they dominated that second game. They wasn't playing around with their food. They came out there. They were aggressive defensively. Castle played Castle played well that game. Uh, 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 um, who else played good? Victor played okay. He had 19 and 15. 15. He shot 7 for 15 from the field. Uh, so everybody played well for the Spurs on that game. Like I said, they came out hungry that second game, and they showed. That's hence why they beat them by 40. Uh, but yeah, for that next game, third game, but Timberwolves Ant has to start. I don't think bringing him off the bench is the right move. I think you have to let him start and 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 play it by ear after that because him starting again, I think he comes in at like the 5 minute mark or 6 minute mark. By then, like bro, he's already worked up a sweat pregame, and then now you got him sitting. So then once he sits, and then he that knee could end up getting stiff again, or he first off he's not all that sweat that he worked up pregame, all that shit gone now. So now he doesn't even feel warm anymore. He has to get warm again. So I think Ant should start this next game. I think that it'll help ease the players around him as well because now the focal point is on Ant. Start the game off. So yeah, but I think I still got Spurs in this series.
Oh yeah, of course. I thought game one, it looked like they've been off for damn near almost a week. That they look rusty. Vic had probably the greatest block game in the history of the NBA with 12 blocks. That's what he did. He rebounded really good, 15 rebounds, but offensively, he was bad. He was 0 from 8 from the 3-point line, 5 for 17. His offense was terrible. De'Aaron Fox, we talk about him a lot, getting paid all this money. You didn't do anything. Devin Vassell played decent. Stephon Castle played really good. And Dylan Harper off the bench played good in game one. But in game, bad. But them Timberwolves, bro. You know, from now on, every year, I'm just never going to say, man, the Timberwolves, I ain't got no chance. They got a chance every time, bro. With basically no Io, Ant comes off the bench. You beat the Spurs on the road in game one. Terrence Shannon, your guy, one of your alumni, he been hooping. He been hooping for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley. Hey, Mike Conley was good in game one. I give him a lot of credit. I was not expected with 12 points, 4 threes. I give him that. Rudy Gobert, offensively, don't matter, but he had 10 rebounds, and he did what he was supposed to do on the defensive end. He did what he was supposed to do with 4 steals. I give him his credit. I thought Julius Randle played okay, but he did what he was supposed to do. Jaden McDaniels, he did good. But Ant-Man came up clutch in that fourth quarter. I give him his credit. He came up clutch in that fourth quarter. He made a lot of big plays on that team. But they just punched the Spurs in the mouth when they were not expecting it. I know, like you said, they should have called the timeout. You know, in hindsight, it really doesn't matter now because they did get a good shot. And Champagnie just missed, but I probably call timeout. I think at that moment, especially when it's enough time, you call timeout. You figure out something, you draw play. Like you could have got something easy at the basket, could have gone to OT, or you probably could have got another good 3-point shot. Who knows? But in hindsight, it don't look that bad. It is what it is. Now in game two, they just beat their ass. Simple as that. They just beat them up. They show like, look, we are the more superior team. Anthony Edwards, you only played 24 minutes. That's only because of blowout, and you really didn't play good. Nobody really played good until Timberwolves. But like I said, I thought Vic played better. Champagnie has been good so far in the first 2 games. De'Aaron Fox he played better in game 2. Stephon Castle, he played good. They just look like the more superior team, and this looks like the team that could potentially go to the Western Conference Finals. They were not playing with these boys. My thing is, though, Howard, I know this is going to be another road game for them, but this is a different team now. We've seen the Timberwolves like at home, they be great. How are they gonna play on the road, especially when you guys don't even have the home court no more? Now the momentum is kind of on the Timberwolves now to win at least one game. They did their job. They went on the road and stole a game. They did what they were supposed to do. Now can you go home and protect home court? And how is Wemby and them gonna respond? That's my question. And I think Mitch Johnson, he gonna have them boys playing. They're gonna play good. I'm still expecting the Wemby masterclass, man. Bro, 12 blocks is crazy. Bro, he was swatting shit in game.
Yeah, triple dub. Yeah, triple double blocks.
You know what's funny? He barely got the triple double, and it was by the points. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. If he would have, if he could have been diamond more, he could have got quadruple double. Bro, Wemby. Do you think Timberwolves can win one more game though? You think they can steal a game?
Yeah, I think they're probably. It was crazy. I think that they'll get game 3 at home, and then they lose game 4, and then they lose game 5, and then the Spurs close out. Yeah.
Wow, you think they're gonna win game 3? Okay.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win game 3.
That's I don't know. I wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't be shocked if the Spurs take both games on the road. Yeah, I think Ant has to start game 3. He has to start. And I get it, bro. He has the hyperextension. He sure don't look right. I think he's just doing enough. He's playing. He's fighting through the pain. He's doing enough. They probably shot him up with something, bro. Who knows what it is?
Tramadol.
Huh? Tramadol?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, that's what it is for real?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they shot him up with that, but that's what NFL players and like some NBA players said they used when they was It was whatchamacallit. When Joel Embiid was out there on one knee, he got shut up with tramadol.
Man. But now the Spurs and Timberwolves, they're tied 1-1, going back to Minnesota tomorrow night. Let's talk about your team next. The Detroit Pistons take a 1-0 series lead against the Cleveland Cavaliers, winning 111-101. Donovan Mitchell and James Harden really didn't play the best. Evan Mobley didn't really have a good game. Jared Allen was in foul trouble, but he played bad. But your guy, Cade Cunningham, with 23 points, 7 assists. Tobias Harris, 20 points. Jalen Duran, 11 and 12. And Duncan Robinson came to play with 19 points. So, what's your thoughts so far on your Detroit Pistons taking a 1-0 series lead against the Cavaliers?
First and foremost, shout out to Tobias. This is the Tobias that we've been praying for, that we've been asking for, and that man has showed up every game so far this in the playoffs. So Tobias, I need you to keep hooping. Jalen Duran still has not been playing like the all-star he's been. He's played better. He played better this game with the 12 rebounds and 11 points, but I feel like that's only because Jared Allen was in foul trouble. And then shout out to Soar and Dennis Jenkins for giving us some points. I still think Karis LeVert should not be playing. I still don't understand why this man is playing. That man gave us 9 minutes and didn't do anything for us. Javonte Green played 3 and gave us more than what Karis LeVert did. So JB Bickerstaff, I need you to put your pride aside and stop playing that man. I think him playing Ron Holland was good. We needed that extra athleticism and defense to put on James and Donovan. I think the story of this game was Jared Allen. If Jared Allen would have played, I think this game would have been very different because they would have had the size against us. And did they out rebound us 41 to? No, we out rebounded them. But if Jared Allen would have played, we probably would have got our rebounds. They probably would have got more second chance points. So I think getting Jared Allen in foul trouble was a big thing for us and then bad for the Cavs. But Evan Mobley has to give you more than 14. He has to give you more than 6 for 11. We need you around that 20 point per game mark, or at least your average at least. Max Strus made up for that with that 19 going 4 for 8 from 3. I think that it's going to be hard for the Cavs to win if they don't get any production out of Jared Allen or Mobley. I think in order for them to make it far, those two have to be they can't take no days off, none at all. And then also James having 7 turnovers. I think James is averaging over 5 turnovers this entire playoffs, Jay. I think he averaging like down to like 6 turnovers a game. Let me see. Turnovers. Yeah, bro, is averaging like 5-6 turnovers a game, bro. So we need James to stop turning the ball over. That's another thing that the Cavs need. But shout out to my Detroit Pistons. They putting in work right now.
I know you said Jared Allen. Them guards got to play better. Donovan Mitchell, 23 points, 9 for 19, 4 for 10 from 3. James Harden, he showed up late, but before that, he wasn't doing not a goddamn thing and turning the ball over left and right. He had 22 points. He was 6 for 15, 1 for 7 from 3. He had 8 boards, 7 assists. I'm not going to lie. Is it true that those guys is Jared Allen Mobley? Are they just soft? Because why you getting babied by one guy? I get babied by one guy and Tobias Harris.
Evan Mobley, maybe. I don't think Jared Allen is soft. You banging with Joel Embiid, Jokic, and all them. I don't think Jared Allen saw. Mobley, yeah, but I don't know about Jared Allen.
I mean, Kyler Murray Boyles was out playing both of them before Jared Allen had the masterclass game 7. I'm just saying, like, they got to play better, bro. It's going to all depend on these guards. If Donovan Mitchell and James Harden don't step it up, the Cavs will lose. I said that in my video the other day. They will lose this game. I mean, this series, they will lose. Mobley has to play way better. We have to get at least a 20-10 Evan Mobley, bro. You are too good offensively and great defensively to just be out here looking like, I don't know, Because in the beginning of that game, bro, the Pistons were blowing them out, bro. They couldn't do nothing. I'm like, bro, y'all can't be this bad. Y'all can't be like not bad, but it's like, why do y'all suck on the road so bad? Like, come on, bro. Like they're on a 4-game losing streak in the playoffs on the road this playoffs. Like, we gotta do better. Dean Wade is just out there at this point. But like you said, shout out to Max Strus. He had a good game. And then Sam Merrill got hurt. He brings that shooting. So that definitely hurt them. And yo, Pistons. Tobias Harris, like I said, played good. He been hooping. Hey, it's crazy. He didn't do none of this on Philly. He didn't do none of this. He didn't do none of this. That man is hooping. Jaylen Brown, like you said,
it's different though, because on here he low key the second option.
We thought it was gonna be Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown, I thought he played better. I thought Duncan Robinson played so much better. He hit 5 3-pointers for you guys. I'm like, there we go. Ashore Thompson, I'm saying it again, bro. He shows me why I think he's the top 3 defender in the league, bro. His defense is like crazy. Like the way he can switch on a lot of these people, and he's going to be guarding Donovan Mitchell a decent amount of times. The way he can recover and get a block, man, he ran down court and got that nasty block off the back bar. I was like, man, this dude is crazy. And I don't know why you think Isaiah Stewart don't be getting a decent amount of minutes? Like, I thought he at least should maybe get close to 20. He'd barely be scratching 15. I'm surprised he don't really get that much.
I thought he should have got way more take last series, but I mean it really didn't matter because they ended up winning. But I think it's because his height. He's only like 6'9". So you put him out there against Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, I think he can hold his own. But he's just a little undersized.
And your guy Dennis Jenkins played 29 minutes with 12.7 rebounds. Hey man, Dennis Jenkins, he do what he's supposed to do. Handle the ball. Yeah, man. He been playing good. I know he had a couple of rebounds last game, key rebounds at the end. I'm gonna say it before, bro. Early. Your Pistons definitely got a chance, bro. I think they can definitely beat this team and go to an ECF, bro. Who would have thought? The Detroit Pistons was down by 3. Was down 3-1. It was down by 24 and a half. Could be potentially might go to an ECF, but it's still wait and see though. I stick to Cavs, man. I mean, in your words, are frauds. They're frauds, bro. Like, they got too much talent to be out here looking like they can barely score, bro. They only score 101 points, but you got Harden, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley. Like, how are we only able to score 101 points? Like, and we talked about the Pistons last year, how the offense looked bad. Why did it look a little bit better than you guys? And y'all got more scoring options. How does that work? We're gonna do some predictions. We're gonna do some predictions later to end off this, but shout out to the Pistons, man. They're up 1-0 in this series. They're gonna, man, they are a really good team. Like they are a really good team.
If they go up 2-0, the Cavs losing. The Cavs losing in 6. Yeah, the Cavs losing in 6.
Wow.
If they go up 2-0, they lose in 6.
So
if
what?
They
Cavs win game 3. They win game 3, lose game 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then they win game 5, and then the Pistons ended in Cleveland 6. Ooh. Hey man, but we gotta wait and see. We'll see tonight though. In the last series, we will talk about the Los Angeles Lakers and the OKC Thunder. The Thunder whooped that ass 108-90. Shai Gilgeous didn't even drop 20 points, but it don't matter. They BTA'd up. LeBron had 27 points. Rui Hachimura with 18. DeAndre Ayton with 10 to 12. Marcus Smart with 12. Austin Reeves with the worst game in Lakers history, according to the stats. But Chet Holmgren 24-12. SGA 18. AJ Mitchell with 18. And Jeremy McCain with 12 off the bench. What's your thoughts on this OKC and Lakers series after one game?
I thought that they played well. They played Shea well to start the game. I thought they did a good job on him, and then after that it was just all bad. I think like I said last week, bro. I don't think the Lakers gonna get one game, bro. I think I think they getting swept, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because after I want to say was it after it was like towards the end of the second, like middle of the second to where that's when the game was over with, bro. I mean, they tried to fight back in the third. They got it to like 7 at one point. Or they got it to like 6 at one point, or something like 5 or 6 or something like that. And after that, OKC just took off, bro. They just took off. That fourth they took off. So I'm like, man, they don't have enough. Like, bro, LeBron, Marcus Smart play like, but Marcus Smart was 4 for 15 with 12 points, 2 from 8 from three. Um, he has 7 assists and 4 rebounds and 4 steals. So he did his job defensively. But other than that, other than LeBron giving you that 27 and Rui giving you 18, he couldn't get no scoring from nowhere else. Austin was 3 for 16. So and I think I said it last week. If you stop Austin, what else do we got? What else do we have to help us out? Nothing. I mean, DeAndre Ayton played good. He had a double double, but Chet outplayed him. Chet had 24 and 12. So I don't see the Lakers winning another game, bro. I just can't see it because if Austin Reeves has another stinker like this, LeBron James can play as much as he play well as much as he wants, but if nobody else is helping him string along with him, then it's just gonna be a blowout every game. And Shea didn't even put up Shea numbers, and they got blown out. So
I don't even think Shea was that good, if we're being honest. He has 7 turnovers. That's not Shea. Shea don't turn the ball over like that. It don't matter though. They didn't need it. Austin Reeves played like straight shit. Played like straight dookie. 3 for 16, 0 for 5 from 3. Hey man. Austin Reeves, you played so bad. Now they talking about you ain't gonna get a max contract. You played so freaking bad.
he gonna have to play good the rest of these games if he want that max.
So according to you, the rest of the next 3 games, because they're getting swept.
Yeah.
The next 3 games.
He got if he want that max contract, he gonna have to play really well. Really
Hey,
well.
what happened to Luke Kennard? It's like he went crazy the first game and ain't been the same since. I ain't say you got to drop 30, but Jesus Christ, bro. Like, he don't do nothing no more. He don't do anything.
Yeah, Austin Reeves back now. So that took up most of his whatchamacallit. He had the green light. Now
He played
Austin,
29
should still
minutes,
have the
though.
green light. He should still have the green light. But he ain't shooting as many shots as he was.
You said the game was over in the middle of the second. I said the game was over after the first quarter. Bro, I swear to God, I put it on my grandfather's grave and grandma's grave. I said once they went up by 5 points, they're not taking the lead ever again, bro. The Thunder in real life remind me of playing the KD Warriors on 2K or Hall of Fame. You got to keep the game close throughout, because if the KD Warriors on the 2K Hall of Fame go up by 8, you ain't winning. It's not gonna happen because they too stacked, too good to take a lead on. You gotta keep it close if you want to have a chance. They never kept it close, really, and it was a wrap. Once, like you said, they were down by 5 points. I think they hit a 3-pointer and they went up by 9. GG's after that, bro. It's like there's nothing they could do. I thought LeBron honestly played great. He played great in that first quarter, but where else you gonna get the scoring from? If Austin Reeves gonna play like Dookie, it really don't matter. Austin Reeves could have dropped 20. He could have dropped 18. They still would have lost the game. It really didn't matter. Jared Vanderbilt, your defensive player, had the nastiest finger injury ever. Prayers up for him. Luke Kennard does nothing for you. Jackson Hayes is, out there, hustle guy. Marcus Smart gave you nothing. I mean, he can only do so much on SGA, but they got too much. And if Chet Holmgren have masterclass games like this, it don't matter. Shea probably don't even need to drop 30 in this series because they got too much. I said it last year. I'm like, bro, they don't even probably need J-Dub against this Lakers team.
No,
I would not play him. The only way I play J-Dub is unless it's the game 7. That's it. If it ain't game 7, you ain't touching the floor into the WCF. You ain't touching the floor. There is no reason we need you against them.
That's gonna be kind of tough coming back doing a WCF, especially if you're going against the Spurs or the Timberwolves. because they both two great defensive teams. And now you're coming back. Your first game is against a top 10, top 5 defensive team. Woo,
Hey man, but at least he gonna
you're gonna
get
be
basically a
rusty.
month's rest, almost a month's rest. I'm cool with it. This team's too stacked, bro. They got no chance. I'm still going and still think they win one game, bro. I know you said they don't got those. I think LeBron could get them one game. I think he could get you one game, but they ain't beating, man. They ain't beating these guys, bro. This team is just they a cheat code, bro.
They still ain't winning the chip.
Well, I mean, if everything works out next series, you're gonna pick the Spurs because you gotta stay with that thing. You gotta. But I feel like it depends on if the Thunder do go to the finals and they face, let's just Knicks team. I'm gonna probably think we both at that time are gonna pick OKC. Well,
No,
actually, if they face the Pistons, you're picking your Pistons. So take that back.
if
If
they
it's the
pick the Knicks,
Knicks,
I'll pick the Knicks. I'll pick the Knicks. I think the Knicks got
that's
it.
some hating ass shit right there.
OG got to be healthy though. OG got to be healthy. He got to be healthy. That's the only way I'm picking him.
Wow. Hey, you stand on business though. I give you. Hey, you staying consistent. I give you your credit. You stand on business. Where Francisco at, man? Talking about his Lakers, bro. I just feel like they can only do so much. I thought the Lakers, if we're being honest, like you said, I thought they played pretty good though. Like the first half to like middle third, I thought they played the Thunder pretty good though. I thought they kept it close, but after a while, the Thunder said, "Yeah, we're not gonna play around with you guys." Then in the fourth quarter, they blow them out. This team is just too stacked, and I feel bad. But it doesn't matter. LeBron did what he's supposed to do. He won the series against the Rockets, and now we can lose peacefully against the Thunder. So everything is perfectly fine with me. If the Thunder, their defense intensity, man, they got the defenders, bro. Like Chet, Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, like, bro, all these defenders on this team, and SGA, it's just too much for the Lakers. Lou Dort, the dirty player, Lou Dort. It's just too much, bro. You know what? We need Bronny James to come in, man. We gotta get Bronny at least 10 minutes.
Is Case and Wallace even playing?
He played 19 minutes.
I thought he was hurt still.
I don't think it was that bad though. Jake LaRavia, he just out there. He don't do nothing, bro. I ain't gonna say he's so bad. He just be out there. Luke Kennard just out there getting cardio in. Jackson Hayes getting cardio in. They just don't have it, man. Okay, if Luka was here, what would you give them if Luka was here?
I think they can get 2 games if Luka was here. They still lose, but I'll give them 2 games.
They talking about Luka is still nowhere near close, bro. They said
he's not playing.
He's not playing, bro. It's crazy, bro. The Lakers have only had 5 games of Luka Doncic in the playoffs in 2 years. Well, basically a year and a half. We've only seen 5 games of Luka in the playoffs. They said when he suffered a hamstring, they said he was given an 8-week timeline from
he said
then.
in the interview. Yeah, he said in the interview.
And they said now he's at the 5-week mark. So I was like, so basically he ain't coming back unless they make the conference finals.
That's not happening.
Over. It is over, bro. He ain't coming back, man. So shout out to the Thunder for taking a 1-0 series lead against the Lakers, but they face again tonight. So we're going to give our predictions for tonight's games and tomorrow's games. Then we will get out of here. So I want to ask you, who do you have winning tonight between the Cavaliers and the Pistons? Who takes game 2 and why?
I think the Cavs take game 2. I think that, even though that they lost game 1, I think they still have enough confidence because Jared Allen was in foul trouble. And I think if he wasn't, that this game would have turned out a little bit differently. And then on top of that, I don't think Donovan Mitchell is he didn't have a bad shooting night, but I think he's going to have a better shooting night. I don't think James is going to turn the ball over again 7 times. And I don't think that Duncan Robinson is going to have a heater game like this again, hitting 5-3. So I got the Cavs winning tonight.
Okay. Give me the Pistons, bro. I think the Pistons take a 2-0 series lead. James Harden shows me every time again why I don't be trusting that man. If Donovan Mitchell has another like subpar game, I think they lose. Evan Mobley has to step it up in game 2. Jared Allen, stay out of foul trouble, bro. They need you. They need the big body guy. You're the tallest man on the court, technically. We need a double from you. If we could get some shooting from, say, Dean Wade, Max Strus, the Cavs could win. But I don't know if we're going to get it. I just trust right now. I trust Cade Cunningham. He's been the most consistent out of the star players. Give me Cade Cunningham and the Pistons. Asur Thompson has been great defensively. He's gonna hound at Donovan Mitchell or say at James Harden. Jalen Brown has shown time and time again, low key, he kind of be bullying them dudes on the Cavs. So I'm going with the Pistons and Tobias Harris. Can't forget about him, who's been hooping, could give us another 20 points. Give me the Pistons, bro. I think they take a 2-0 seriously. I think Cade Cunningham has a masterclass game against the Cavaliers. Give me the Pistons. And next game later on tonight, the Lakers and the Thunder. Who do you have winning and why?
Thunder. I think that the Thunder, like you was talking about earlier, the Thunder just too much for them to handle. They don't have enough scoring. Austin, I think they shut down Austin Reeves again. And I think they just dominate this game defensively.
Man, Austin Reeves can't have another sticker game. I hate to say it, but give me the Thunder, bro. The Thunder gonna go up 2-0, bro. I don't think SGA is gonna get stuck at 18 points. I can see SGA with a 25-point game. Chet Holmgren is gonna show his dominance. I really don't think they really got anybody that can stop him down low, and he can shoot the three and spread the floor. AJ Mitchell has been so good for them. I think he has a good game. I just think with the Lakers, if Austin Reeves, like you just said, plays bad and gets locked down against these tough physical defenders, they're going to lose. They probably get blown out again. But I do trust LeBron James to have another good game, 20, probably 26 and 7. I think Rui has been good so far in the playoffs. I think he steps it up. But it's just not going to be enough. And you're going to need some help from the bench. If the bench don't play good for the Lakers, they will lose this game. But give me the Thunder, bro. The Thunder are going to win this game, and they should win this game. OKC takes a 2-0 series lead against the LA Lakers. And on Friday, we got Knicks and 76ers game 3. Who do you have winning and why?
I got the Sixers winning this one. I think at home, first game at home, the crowd's gonna be involved. The crowd's gonna be into it. I think Joel comes back, and I think that they win this one in a close one.
Ooh. I'm sticking with FC. Hey, they're actually favored too. They're favored by 2 points against the Knicks in game 3. Give me Joel Embiid FC. Give me the Sixers, bro. I think Joel Embiid returns. I think he plays good. If he does play, Tyrese Maxey is going to have a better game. I think Paul George is going to be way more aggressive at home with that crowd. I think we actually get a good bench production from the 76ers. DJ Escom, every time he has shot the ball well, the Sixers win. I think he shoots the ball well at home from the 3 at least. And with the uncertainty of OG, who's been really good in the playoffs, I don't know if he plays. Jalen Brunson, Cat, Mikal, Josh Hart, I don't know if that might be enough that can go, like that can spread over what OG was doing. Can that production move over to them? I don't know. But I think the Knicks are still going to play good. I think they're still going to play good. But OG Anunoby's hamstring injury is tough, bro. It's a tough loss. But I do think Cat and Jalen Brunson both have 2 good games. But give me the 76ers. I think they bounce back and at least win game 3 and go down 2-1 in this series. And the last game we got, Timberwolves and Spurs. Who wins game 3 and why?
Well, I got the Spurs. Winning this one. I think that just like you said, the Spurs got punched in the mouth that first game, and they're not gonna forget that. I think that they're gonna dominate each aspect of the game. I think that with Ant being hurt, that's a big reason why the Timberwolves aren't playing as well as they should be. So I think that game 3, Wemby comes in, the rest of those guys come in, and they get ready. They get ready for that crowd. They get ready for all their energy, and they match it, and they win game 3.
Man, I think the Timberwolves are going to come out to punch them in the mouth in the beginning. But I do think the talent of the San Antonio Spurs gets them the W. I think Anthony Edwards starts this game. I think he's going to play good. Julius Randle, I think he plays better. Jaden McDaniels, we talk about him a lot. Defensively has been great. But I think he comes to play offensively. I just think Wemby, he sees that he hasn't been the greatest offensively. I think he's going to be way better offensively. He's going to rebound. He's going to block shots. We get that. But offensively, I think Wemby finally comes to play. Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, the guard play is going to be key. Like, technically, you guys have the better guards against the Timberwolves. So I think the guard play is going to be way better. De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper, all three have some good games. If Champagnie can shoot the three like he's done recently, they'll win this game, bro. And I think their defense is just so good. This is going to be a low-score game. I think this could be a low-score game because I think it's going to be kind of close throughout. But give me the Spurs because I think they got the better player, just the better team in general. Give me the Spurs to take a 2-1 series lead against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And that's it for the Full Court Attack podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to Full Court Attack podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to hear me and Charles yap for 2 hours, we are also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Make sure you guys hype up all our videos and like all our shorts and TikToks on all our social media platforms. This was a great podcast episode talking about the playoffs and all the teams that got eliminated. But we will see you guys next week. We'll see who might be eliminated or if the series are tied up. See you guys next time.